Okay. Alright.
Yeah, so I think I heard you say hello and then, like, statically sped up.
White noise.
Technical difficulties, everyone. Please stand by.
Don't forget the ambiance.
Oh yeah, the ambiance. Ambiance. Let's get some
Sorry about
ambiance.
Let's track it down.
That's okay.
Oh,
We're just
Kirsten's
doing
here. Hello.
Hello.
Let's pull up some ambiance. We'll do this as like our beginning ambiance, our kind of like session opening ambiance, while we kind of we'll do like a brief recap with this. Shit,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
right! They canceled it, it's busted now!
That's about it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was told that the other day. I was supposed
Wait,
to
what?
Music bot, Discord, yeah,
all
Rhythm.
of the music bots on Discord have been essentially deleted.
Yeah,
Wow.
because YouTube's gonna send out was going to send out a big old lawsuit, basically saying like you can't, that's illegal to play our videos on through there, like because we don't get ads or whatever, and now they're so.
Well, that's dumb.
Well, let's try Fredboat here. Fredbot, Fredboat. They say they can do music. Let's try that. Come on, Fredboat. Let's see. Fredboat was successfully added. Alright, Fredboat. How do you work? Let's see if you can play me ambiance. Fredboat has just slid into the server. Alright, help. How do we work with you? Talk to me, Fredboat. Okay, Fredboat. Cannot send. Oh, okay. He sent it there. Thanks for using Fredboat Music. To get started, play song name. Commands. Can I do a link, Fredboat? Can I do a link, Fredboat? Let's see if Fredboat can do links. If Fredboat can do links, we'll be in business. At least until this one gets shut down. Fredboat. Coming in clutch. Saving the session. Alright. Congratulations to Fredboat for being our new music bot. Rhythm. Should I just kick Rhythm? I guess we'll just kick Rhythm. Bye, Rhythm. See you later.
You know, it's funny they did that because, like, they allow people to upload music all the time that's other people's stuff.
Yeah.
With no.
Yeah, well, what can you do? I don't know. I was reading up on it a while back when the first one, I think it was Groove, this was the first one that got took down. I was reading up on it, and they were like, it was kind of just a matter of time until, like, somebody from, like, YouTube higher-ups kind of heard about it and shut it down.
Yeah.
But part of the problem is I think that it's going to be very difficult. Like, you know, I mean, I just Googled music bot for Discord, and Fredboat popped right up. I mean, like, I just feel like, you know, you kill 2 music bots, I think that, like, a dozen more are going to come back in their place. I think that it's going to be really difficult for YouTube to eventually get rid of all of the Fredboat clones, as I'll now call them. But, regardless, Fredboat, I'm actually going to change one thing. I don't like the name Fredboat, so what should we name Fredboat instead of Fredboat?
Music Fred?
Music Fred.
Oh no, that's a bad suggestion.
There he is. Now he's Music Fred. Alright. Amazing. Music Fred, he's in charge now. Anywho, who wants to, while Kay gets her internet sorted, or computer sorted, or whatever she needs to do sorted, who wants to give me a brief, like, rundown of last session?
All I can really remember is that he was unconscious.
Helio's unconscious.
Oh yeah! We knocked the bitch into the pit, and now we're fucked.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much like the one sentence description.
Oh my gosh. We really split the party bad.
Yeah, you did.
To lie.
Well, I mean, it wasn't anybody's fault though, because nobody knew where the other was going.
We
Technically.
really didn't. This was just
So-
a weird game of just running around a center point hoping for the best. That might
Yeah,
I really
kinda
hope
like-
they still have spell slots, man.
Yeah.
Oh god, how many spell slots do I have? Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, there is Harshnag. Harshnag exists. Harshnag's coming. He'll be there, you know, eventually. But I believe in you guys. In the meantime, yes, you guys knocked the big girl into the pit. She toppled down real far, and hit the ground with, again, just want to clarify, 4.1 million newtons of force. I don't know what that means in science speak, but man, that's a big number.
It means we
Well,
did a roll for it.
I looked it up, and apparently it's the same amount of 8 cars crashing in a wall all at once.
Yeah, I don't know. My friend said it's like, yeah, like that's like equivalent to like some bombs. So that's cool. That you guys essentially,
Sometimes there wasn't like a mushroom cloud.
yeah, you guys essentially dropped a giant bomb, the G bomb instead of the A bomb, I guess. But yeah, you guys dropped a big old bomb into their dam, and the dam kind of busted. And thanks to some quick thinking and some quick beavers, the dam has been restored for the most part, and the giants have mostly been eliminated. However, 2 of your party mates are still within the giant holds, kind of going for gold, going for booty, and unfortunately, booty may be the last thing they go for before they die. But dying for booty, there are worse ways to go. Anywho, that might be the session title, Dying for Booty. That might be the session title. I don't like that, but I also like it enough where that might be it. Anyways, let's have Fredbot skip Fredbot. How do I make you skip? Skip. Amazing, Fredbot. Alright, look at that. Fredbot, he's a well-trained animal. He knows exactly what he's doing. We're gonna pick straight back up with combat, I guess, because that's pretty much where we're at. We ended on some combat. We're picking back up with combat. Does anybody remember... I mean, I say does anybody... I know it will be... it'll be Joe. Do you remember how many turns you had until you guys got back around over to Lydia all the way over yonder?
Well, I can't see the whole map, I just see myself, but if I remember off the top of my head, I think about 4 more for me. Maybe,
Okay.
yeah, like 4 or 5 for me, and then just like 3 or 4 for, Ava.
Okay. I honestly am not going to be too picky about that. I just could not remember for the life of me because I didn't write it down. Alright. Let me turn on some combat music. Play. Come on, little dude.
Does anybody else see a map? Because I just see me.
I see a map.
Okay, maybe I need to refresh.
I keep seeing, I've made the same mistake twice in a row. Oh, Fredbot. Alright, Fredbot. There we go. Fredbot has music playing. Fredbot is ready. Beaver Boys, I'm going to delete them from the turn order because the Beaver... Well, no, the Beaver Boys are going to stay because I think the Beaver Boys still have a combat purpose. So, did the Beaver Boys already go? I don't remember.
I think we finished with them, like,
stabilizing
finishing
the dam.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. So the dam has been stabilized. They're kind of, like, regrouping, I guess.
Calling them towards me.
Okay, alright.
Oh, there we go.
Go, Beaver Boys. My stampeding mass of Beaver Boys. Alright, Beaver Boys, they'll begin moving around. Goblin time. Goblin time, goblin time. I actually have to pull up all the character sheets for this combat. That would be really helpful if I had, like, any of the sheets ready for this combat. I was so prepared for everything else that was going to come after this combat that I did not prepare for the rest of the combat. Classic mistake. A classic error. Alright, let's get you. And then let's get you. And then let's get Hill Giants. Oh, the only thing I'm gonna note now is that the entrances to the the two entrances to the cave below the house are like completely like clogged up. Can't go inside the cave anymore. Cave gone. Thanks to the dam, you know, kind of bursting, and also the whole exploding. Lots of rubble, lots of water. Probably not great. So that's the only thing that I'll know if you were going to try to do anything underneath. Throw your plans out the window. Bad. Creativity in this D&D game, disallowed. Banned. Alright. Goblins. 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 Alright. Goblins, they're all going to start shooting arrows at Harshnag. How many arrows is Harshnag going to take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 arrows. Harshnag, you're taking 6 measly points of damage. They're going to kind of shuffle over here so they can get a better shot. Move over there, boys. Keep moving. Alright. Harshnag! How many things can Harshnag kill in one turn? Who wants to bet?
5. Or, no,
5
2.
things? 2 things?
3.
3
I say
things?
3.
3.
Alright, well let's see how many things will he kill? Harshnag. I didn't pull up Harshnag's sheet. That would make it a lot easier to figure out how many things he would kill.
I vote for 3 also.
3 things? Let's see. Alright. Harshnag's gonna make 1 attack against this guy. Wow, that was a terrible damage roll. What was that? 1, 1, 3. Wow. That's D12s. 1, 1, 3 on those
Whoa.
D12s.
Ooh. Oof.
Well, Harshnag, definitely not his best hit, and then he'll do another. That's slightly better. Alright, he will end up killing 1 thing this turn. Not as impressive as I thought it was going to be, but he'll kill 1 ogre. Alright, Finch, I think you could probably see that. You'll see Harshnag, at least you'll hear Harshnag. You'll definitely hear him. I don't know if you'll see him, but you'll definitely hear him. You'll hear kind of like thundering footsteps, kind of like bounding up the hill. And then once he kind of like, he slides around the corner, kind of like almost losing his balance for a second, and he springs back to his feet, and then takes his axe, and with 3 like hefty swings, just like cleaves this ogre, kind of like, you know, bloated with like kind of fat and grossness, straight down the middle. and kind of leaves just kind of two oozing halves of an ogre just kind of on the ground. And then all the other little lackeys around the ogre are kind of like, oh shit, because it's mostly just goblins and orcs. They're all kind of like, oh wow, he did that in 6 seconds. What? I mean, but anywho, hobgoblins, they're not gonna do anything for right now. They're kind of still just hanging out over here. All right, Finch, you're up.
Yeah, I'm still enlarged, right?
Yes, I think you are.
And I'm using the Boots of Speed. Oh boy, okay. I'm holding Helio. What are you doing with this, buddy? Going to get to the window. How far down of a drop does it look?
I would say probably about a bit less than 80 feet. Maybe I'll say 75 feet, 70 feet down.
I'll take this through.
Is there like a ledge at the top of the dam?
I mean, you could. There's not really a ledge, but you could scale it. You know, like you could like rock climbing walls scale it.
How's your athletics, Finch?
I think I have a -1.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to fall. You definitely wouldn't, like, you know, it's something like if you were a competent climber, you'd be like, yeah, I could definitely do that. But, like, you look at it and it's 70 feet down and you're like, man, one wrong step and I'm dead.
I don't have Featherfall, but I do have Misty Step. Can I Misty Step just straight up 30 feet down?
Yeah, you can.
Bonus action, Misty Step.
All right.
I'm gonna free fall, and as I'm just free falling, can I let out a firebolt or no?
If you're not going to grab onto the wall, then yes, you totally can.
Oh no, I know I'm failing that check instantly, so I'm just gonna take the 30 feet of damage.
Okay, so you're going to, okay, take the 30 feet. That's 3 of these bad boys. Is it D8s or D6s? I can never remember. D6s, thank you. 10 damage.
Hey, I'm still kicking. I'm gonna give him a plate. Fuck. Oh!
Wow,
You
alright.
Yes.
Alright, so...
Fuck you as I jump out the window.
Yeah, so like
love
you're standing in the window, you know, you're giant, you're about the same size as this ogre, and like they're all kind of watching you, and you see like the 2 hill giants are like getting ready to like charge at you. You know, they both kind of look like a minotaur ready to pounce, and they're kind of getting ready to like tackle you out the window, and you kind of give them like one final salute and do like the thing in the movies where like they fall back, they just kind of like free fall backwards, you know, like trust fall style. But then as you're kind of going, you fire one firebolt like straight through the window, perfect shot, and it like ricochets off of this hill giant's belly, and it kind of like, you know, leaves a big crater in him, and then leaves a big crater in the back of this guy. So they'll both take some fire damage.
Oh yeah. Got you, Helio. I'll heal you next round. Forgot about that.
If I'm still alive.
I'll be
I don't
fine.
know
I gave
where
you
I
Bardic
went to, though.
Inspiration.
Alright, and
I
you
kinda
will end up
disappeared.
down here.
Oh, okay.
You end up with a bunch of beavers. Hey, there's tons of giant beavers, and you see
Yes.
Vesper and Ava desperately running over this way.
You guys see a giant finch just blip out of the air in a cloud of mist and just appear and slam into the ground.
And Vesper, you're up. There's a giant finch in front of you.
Vesper?
Vesper. Vesper's Ted?
Oh.
I believe.
Important question. How tiny is Helio compared to Finch at the moment?
Very. Like, very, very, very. Like, I don't know, I would say, like... I don't know, man. Very small. Like, small enough where, like, even, like, just grabbing him, you have to be real careful, you know, because, like, one wrong move... It's kind of like, you know, you're trying to, like, scoop up, like, a very fragile, injured bug, and you're kind of, like, very carefully trying not to hurt it. But, like, you know, just one wrong, like, one errant twitch, and, like, you know, you'd crush him.
Hello?
Snap his neck.
Ah, hello!
Hello?
Okay. I went into D&D Beyond and it caused the malfunction of everything. So,
Ah,
how many people can Giant Finch carry?
I would say Giant Finch can probably carry the entire party.
Okay, can I like run up to her and maybe just like jump on her leg,
Okay.
like koala her leg, so that
Okay.
when she runs I can just hang on?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Alright, Helio. I think I need a death save from you.
Yeah, Bardic Inspiration, remember, just in case.
Just in case.
Hey, alright.
That's 2 successes.
Alright, well, now I'm gonna break some bad news on you gang. Now I'm gonna break some bad news. Now this, you know, the good news was that you guys are alive. Bad news, you might not be alive anymore. We're gonna make 2
Damn.
intelligence checks. Uh-oh. Alright, so these hill giants, they're not smart, right? And not smart things, you know, you'll see one of them peek out the window, right? Will peek out the window you jumped out of, right? And the first one will look down, and it will look at you, and it will see that you're still alive. A little bruised, but alive. And then it looks a little bit like, should I try that? Could I do that? And then, are they?
Sorry, I was gonna say, I don't, there is a fog cloud in there. I don't know if they can see it.
Oh shit, they can't see! Never mind! They are in the fog cloud. Hey, never mind. They're gonna have to figure their way out of the fog cloud.
You just saved our lives because I
You
would've
did! Yeah, you did!
too.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
that would have been bad. And they can't see, so they're both gonna try to figure out which way they're going. This guy is going... This guy's going this way. He'll bump into his friend. He's gonna go this way. He'll bump into a pole. He's gonna go... Make me another D8. He's gonna continue bumping into the pole. Aha! He is out of the fog cloud. And there is not a Finch in sight. So I guess this hill giant will just, what will he do? I know what he'll do. He'll see this big cloud of fog, and he's just gonna start blowing at it, to get it out of his friend's eyes.
Yes.
What, can you link me Fog Cloud to see if, like, if he can even do that?
Yeah, a wind of moderate or greater speed, at least 10 miles per hour, can disperse it.
I'll make him me a Constitution save. What's your spell save DC?
It is 14.
All right, he'll make me a Constitution check. If he beats 14, then I'll do it. He beats 14. He'll disperse the fog cloud. Good job, boy. Yeah, he'll huff and he'll puff, and the fog cloud will disappear. But they are confused as to where their target has gone. So the second hill giant will... I know what he'll do. He'll go over to Queen Guz's throne. He'll pull out the emergency gong that she keeps next to her. And after a second or two, you'll hear a loud, like, bong kind of noise that rings throughout the entire fort. you'll hear kind of like a response bong coming from over this way, kind of like another like boom, 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 as though like they're kind of signaling them that way. And that will be their turn. Turn tracker, I don't think we need you anymore, because Dam has been saved. Ava, you're up.
That is... I'll still can't see you, so I'll just going to full run to get up to the rest of the party.
Okay. Liddy.
Liddy's gonna make her way towards everybody else. Her short, stubby little leg. So.
Ogre time. Ogres.
And she's also gonna tell the beavers and like point at Finch and say, "Protect them, please."
Okay. The beavers will all nod.
Finch has a full beaver escort.
I guess this last ogre, I think this is the last ogre in the entire... No, there's one more ogre, okay. This last ogre is going to bash Harshnag for no damage. Beaver boys are all going to heed your commands and will jaunt on over to Finch. Finch, you are now surrounded by giant beavers.
Oh my god, where is Bruiser?
Bruiser, I guess, is probably in your bag, where you normally keep Bruiser in your bag, right?
Yeah, he's fine. Okay.
Yeah, Bruiser's just there. Bruiser's hanging out. A little bit, like, smaller than you remember, you know? Like, a little bit like, man, when you're this big, Bruiser looks so small. But Bruiser also kind of looks like, man, wow, you're big. Like, Bruiser's kind of, like, eyeing you up a little bit. Like, Jesus, man. Goblin time. Goblin time. Goblin time. Let's find the goblins. How many goblin attacks is Harshnag gonna take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll get hit by 2 of them. Oh no, only 1. Never mind. Harshnag, you're taking even less damage than I thought you were. Alright, now it's Harshnag's turn. Let's see what Harshnag kills this turn. Hopefully he doesn't get a terrible roll like he did last time. Oh, there we go. Alright. Alright. Now we have to do some proper math, because that's a lot of damage. Alright, so this guy, dead. That guy's dead. This guy's dead. This guy's dead. This guy's dead.
Alright, peek of the goblins.
And then this last guy survives just barely. Alright. Well, nobody's there to see it, but Harshnag will cleave through, just like, you know, the ogres, they took a couple swings. Like, you know, the first ogre took 3 swings, second ogre takes 2 swings, but these little guys, man, they do not, like, it is essentially like, if you guys were to start chopping, like, insects in half, I mean, like, it's just brutal, you know, and they just fall over one after the other, hardly any resistance. And the only thing stopping Harshnag now is time, really. The hobgoblins are going to... They're going to continue their retreat back this way. they're going to urge their friends to do the same. Finch, you're up.
Woo, okay. I'm just carrying anyone that's nearby me besides the beavers, who I can assume just can run.
Okay.
Oh, I want to cast Enlarge on a beaver. You could just try one of those.
Enlarge on a giant beaver. Holy shit.
Yes.
So wait, enlarge on a giant... I just want to point out that enlarge on a giant beaver would make it the same size as a giant. It would make it... it would make it... It would make it this big. Which, I'll bring a hill giant for reference. It would be this big.
Aw. Tempting, it is so tempting. But I think right now we just need to go meet up with a Harshnag. So I'm gonna just start zooming.
Alright,
Hoping
start
everyone
zooming.
stays on. Should be able to get to 120.
Just hold your thing there and I'll start moving.
Oh, I just marked it with my finger.
Alright, everybody, you're still on Finch. Finch is full sprinting. Liddy, giant Finch incoming. 12 o'clock, giant Finch.
She kind of waves.
That was my action. Bonus action, I don't want to use any more spell slots. I don't want to use any more spell slots.
Actually, I'll say Liddy will be the only one to see this. Liddy, if you're keeping an eye on Harshnag, you'll see he's like deadly focused on this battle, but the second Finch starts going full sprint mode, and like, you know, Finch's footsteps sound pretty like heavy, you know? Not as heavy as Harshnag's, but pretty heavy. Like, they kind of make like a nice boom, boom, boom as she runs. Harshnag kind of like looks over the, like, around this corner a little bit to see, like, wait, I thought all the giants were in the building. Like, what?
Ooh, wait.
Oh, there's one at the bottom of that little hill too, I think.
Yeah. Although he's kind of...
I want a healing word, Helio. I forgot he was dying.
Okay.
That's technically a bonus action.
Okay.
Sorry, Helio.
Leo, I forgot you were almost dead. Okay. That's fine.
Only
Like,
making
you
that
just-
picture of the fine.
Like, Helio's in your pocket, and you just see, like, you just see copious amounts of blood, like, dripping out of the bottom of your pocket, and then it's like, oh, yeah, that's right! I forgot!
Oh, it's just jam.
Alright. Anything
Just
else?
my own blood. Nah.
Alright. Vesper, you're up. You're riding a giant Finch.
Well, I was gonna heal Helio if Finch didn't do it, but that's okay. There's nothing in our vicinity, is there, really?
No, not really.
Yeah, then what I'll do is, I'll just hold my action until anything gets in 120 feet, and I'll just start Eldritch Blast. Just to give us, like, a clear kind of path to wherever we're going.
Okay. Are you going to be Eldritch Blasting potentially, like, fences as well? Like, if you guys are going to start running this way? Because this fence, though it is kind of weakened over here, it would take, like, you know, a bit of effort to squeeze through this hole and continue. But you probably, you know, with enough combined effort, could blast through the fence.
I guess that would be probably my question to Finch is, where are we going?
Harshnag!
Then go through the fences, and I'll do what you just said. But I'm still, I believe, technically too far from it to do it just yet.
Okay.
But on Finch's next turn, when we get closer, I'll go.
I mean, you could probably view it right now. I mean, you are...
Oh, okay.
You're exactly 120 feet, so you probably could view it right now.
Where's my character sheet?
That will hit the wood beam.
There's one. And
That will also hit the wood beam.
there.
Okay.
9.
Though the wood beam still stands, you kind of put a nice, like, dent in it, you know, like a nice, like, woody crater in the fence.
I'll just tell Finch, go for break in the where I hit it.
I
Helio,
got you!
You're up. You're alive.
It's once again dark.
Yeah, it's very dark, and currently you're being shaken around, like like, you know, like shaken baby syndrome. You're just kind of like,
Oh, God.
you cannot feel anything. It's going crazy.
I'm gonna try and. Can I look around and find a way out?
Yeah, you can see out. There's like a, you know, there's the light. If you go towards the light, it is up above.
Okay, he's gonna climb towards the light. Try and peek out and see what he sees.
Out you peek, and you see. I guess you would see a giant entourage of beavers trailing Finch, a giant Finch, and your friends are kind of like climbing on top of giant Finch, kind of just, you know, shouting out commands and running as fast as they can.
Then I am going to. I will be casting Shield of Fate on Finch.
Okay.
Gives you a +2 to your AC.
All right. Hill giant time. These hill
War
giants.
machine. This shit right here.
These hill giants are going to argue about their next course of action. Let's see how smart these hill giants are when they're arguing with each other. Alright, this hill giant will win their argument, and they will begin moving this way. Ava.
Between Finch and Helio, now that Helio's out, who looks worse?
Probably Helio, but that's just a guess.
Don't mind the blood stain in the pocket.
Yeah, I was gonna go ahead and cast Healing Word on Helio at 3rd level.
Thank you.
And I've never been sure about this. Can an action be converted into a bonus action? Like, can it be downgraded, or is that not a thing?
I think rules as written, no, but I hate that, so yes.
So you get 11 HP, and then I'm going to use the rest of Balm of the Summer Court on Finch, which is a different healing bonus action I have.
2 healing bonus actions for the price of 1.
Oh, that's so bad, but okay.
As somebody who has played plenty of Circle of Dreams Druid, your Balm of the Summer Court die are always bad. Always. They are never any good. Liddy.
Okay, I have a question.
I have an answer.
The house on top of the dam,
Yes.
are the walls wooden or stone?
They're kind of like a plaster kind of thing.
Okay. Sorry, okay, so Finch is definitely going after Harshnag. And it looks like Harshnag is going into the house.
Yes.
Cool. Liddy is real slow, so she's never gonna be able to keep up, and neither are her beavers. So she's gonna keep running for the beavers and try to lead them in a charge up the dam and through the walls.
Okay, alright. I was going to say, I would say the beavers would have advantage on climbing the dam. They would have advantage on, like, the
So
climbing.
she's gonna kind of wave her friends to keep going the way they're going and call the beavers to her, because they're also following Finch, and hopefully meet them in the middle and then head up the dam.
Okay, alright.
So I can move 50.
Ogre time, ogre time. I think these last 2 ogres are going to go here and here, and they're going to make these some Stealth checks. Wow, okay. Beaver boys, beaver boys, beaver boys.
I think they have like 30 or 40 feet of movement.
We'll get them there. There we go. Beaver boys have moved. Goblin time. Goblins. No, there aren't many left, but they're going to try their best. Actually, you know what? They're not going to try their... They're going to run away. They've just seen a lot of their friends die very quickly. They're going to sprint away as fast as they can. Harshnag, what is your perception when these guys try to hide? Okay. Harshnag only has orcs to kill now, so... Oh, my cat. I swear to God. You keep doing what you're doing, man, you're gonna find yourself in hot water. I swear. Wow.
That's good soup.
Wow, wow, wow. Alright, well, let's do some math, because I think... Methinks Harshnag's gonna get a lot of kills this round. Alright, how many... So he's gonna kill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and he'll kill the last one, and he'll still have damage to spare, which he can't use, unfortunately. Yeah, just lots more death. Lots of death. Nobody can see it, again, still, but, I mean, like, I guess if you wanted to imagine it, it's just like a person with, like, a scythe just kind of cutting down grass. I mean, like, it's really... I mean, it's just really bloody grass. Like, grass that kind of spurts out a whole bunch of blood when you cut it.
Ooh.
Yeah, and each one is, like, just perfectly split down the middle, either lengthwise or, like, sidewise. Kind of depends on how Harshnag was feeling. And they are all dead. Harshnag's gonna go here. And he'll spot this bloke. Actually, no, he will have enough movement to get to this guy. Just barely. Look at that. There we go. Alright. Alright, all those guys are dead. Hobgoblins are going to start following their contingency plan that they have created. Finch, you're up.
Ooh. Grabbing anyone that wants to be grabbed and zooming.
Alright, start zooming.
Zoom train.
Alright, I will help with the zooming here. Move, zoomers.
And I'll just yell to Vesper, whatever you're doing to the wall, do it soon.
Is Liddy gonna join our little train of humans?
Nope.
Liddy has motioned them to keep moving. Vesper, you're up. The wall is fast approaching, and it is not completely busted yet.
Ooh.
Give me some boom booms. That'll hit. Okay.
Wait, I'll be right back.
That will not hit. That will not damage the wall, unfortunately.
Oh man, I got too rattled on Finch's leg. Ugh! It went wide.
I will say, the wall does, like, not the wall, but the fence looks like you could definitely crash through it, but it's going to take some effort on Finch's part, assuming nothing gets done about it. It needs a bit more, just a bit more of a shove.
Fence.
I would say about as tall as Finch.
Oh, okay.
Helio, you're up.
Right here. Where are we headed?
Towards a fence. A big fence. It's not broken.
Are we gonna try and take the fence down?
That's what they've been doing. And I would say, like, you probably see Finch, like, you know, like, football charging, like, hand out, you know, kind of like getting ready to knock the fence over, assuming you guys can't break it.
Can we just go over the fence?
Unfortunately, the fence is a bit too tall for that. Finch would need to be about one size bigger to hop over the fence.
How much would you say we're carrying right now? Or would you say
In
Finch
pounds?
is carrying? Yeah. Would you say Finch and all of us on top exceed 5 pounds?
I don't think so. I'd have to let me do some, like, back of the envelope. I just want to check one thing. No, you guys don't. You definitely don't.
Then Helio's gonna drop concentration on the shield and cast levitation on Finch.
Okay.
We are going to go up.
All right. Hill giant time. Hill giant time.
But he's only gonna do it once Finch is close enough to touch the wall and, like, maneuver herself over.
Hey, I think it was Ava, right?
Who what?
When you cast, so is Confusion a concentration spell?
Yeah, it's been dropped.
It's been dropped. Okay, I just wanted to know. Alright. Okay. The rest of these little dudes gonna keep moving. Avocado.
Alva is going to, seeing that we are all relying on Finch right now, healing for Finch at 2nd level because I'm out of higher spell slots. I think that's it.
Alright.
I think he's just chilling.
Alright. Liddy.
Okay. Liddy's going to keep running towards her beavers. And as soon as they get close enough, which I think they will on their next turn, she's going to try and climb onto one of them and lead them up the dam.
Alright. Ogre. There's one ogre, and one of them is going, well, actually. I have to go over. Oh, roll 20. Everything you do is such a problem with me. Alright, there we go. One ogre, two ogre. Only one will hit. Alright. Beaver boys will do as they are instructed, and will grab you and begin climbing. I have to check. Do beavers have, like, a climb speed?
I don't think so.
Let's check if rats do. Do giant rats have a climb speed? Because that's kind of what I've been basing my beaver
I think last week we
statistics.
just had them moving normally over the dam, but since they're going straight up, I don't know.
What are the rules for climbing again? I don't fucking remember. Is it half movement for climbing?
Unless you have a climbing speed, I'm pretty sure. I think it's like the same equivalent of swimming. It's like half movement.
Height isn't that? There is. Oh, never mind. Okay. Okay, so they do not have a climbing speed. I will say they move at half speed up the dam.
Makes sense.
Let me just math out how many turns it would take them to get to the top. If it's like 70-ish feet to the top, divided by 15, they'll be there in about 5 turns.
Well, they'll use their actions to double their movement.
Oh,
so
okay.
Basically normal movement.
So they'll get
Probably 2 or
there.
3.
I'll say 2 turns. I'll say you can get there in 2 turns. Your beavers will work overtime for you.
Oh, they're so sweet.
Are you going to plan a double-pronged beaver attack? Or are you going to go with one group of beavers and send another group over to this window? Or are you going to send all the beavers through one window, assuming they're going through windows?
I think probably I'll aim for this window just because it's closer and it would take longer for a group to get to that other one.
Alright.
And then try and be at the front of the pack.
Alright, I will put you... No! Alright, there we go. In 2 turns, you will be where you are currently. Goblin time! All the goblins are gone. Harshnag time. Harshnag is going to smash things. 1, 2. Not multi-attack. I know he can multi-attack. That's not what I need. Alright. This guy's dead. Hobgoblins, just gonna hang out. Finch, you're up. Hey, you can fly.
I can fly.
You can fly.
I can fly. How far?
20 feet.
I would
20
say
feet?
if you hop 20 feet up in the air, that's more than enough to get over this fence.
I'll do that then.
Alright, you hop, skip, and a jump, like Mario-style triple jump over the fence, and then you're kind of just floating through the air. And I will move you over here, and you will see just a trail of carnage and blood, which Harshnag has left.
Hey, so that was all my movement, or do I still have some left?
Oh, I guess you'll be here-ish. This is where you'll get with, like, how much movement would that take? Not very much. Maybe, like, 15 feet. I'll say 15 feet of movement to get there.
Okay. Then I'm gonna...
Oh, this guy's
Go here?
this guy's unconscious, by the way. I forgot to mention it, but he's unconscious.
What direction am I going in? Okay. I'm gonna go... Can I also climb up this wall?
Yeah, easily.
And I'm just gonna get up there.
Okay. Zip. There you are.
Let's fuck some shit up. That's my
Alright.
turn.
Vesper, you're up. You're at the top of the hill, and you can kind of hear like fighting going on in this room over here. and if you peek into the throne room, you'll see that the giants and a couple of hobgoblins have mounted a last stand to guard the throne.
Okay. Can I hold an action to get off of Finch and start attacking stuff during at Finch's next turn?
Yeah.
When it comes up to her, so that she can get us into the throne room.
Okay, works for me.
Okay.
Helio, you're up.
Not sure what we're doing.
I think you guys are going to go storm the throne room, take out these last couple dudes.
Well, but weren't we already just in there?
Yeah, but we were losing badly.
Now you have numbers.
How many times can we circle the throne room?
What do I see from here?
From Finch, you don't see very much. I would say you hear a lot of combat. You smell blood. And I guess you'd probably also hear kind of cheering and jeering from like that giants and goblins are kind of making it towards you guys from in this way. You kind of hear some kind of boo, you guys suck, you cowards, you'll never come take us alive, that kind of thing.
Treating us like a rival football team?
Yeah.
Helio's just gonna chill in the pocket and be like, just tell me when you want to go up, and he'll raise and lower on command.
Okay. It's kind of like that. It's it's almost like a reverse Ratatouille, where Finch will grab Helio, squeeze him, and Helio will make them fly in the air, and then you let go of Helio, and you'll fall back down. All right, the hill giants. I think they'll just ready their actions to start throwing rocks at people that come in. Except they're not throwing rocks; they're throwing pretty much anything they can grab. Ava, you're up.
Ava's beginning to realize he is very out of place in a fight. So, I'm gonna hold my action and cast Healing Word at 2nd level on the next person who gets hit.
Okay.
Well, the next person who friendly gets hit.
Okay. Liddy is climbing the dam with her beaver friends. Ogre, last ogre turn. How are they going to do? And they're going to miss Harshnag on their last turn. Beaver boys, climbing the dam. Harshnag. Harshnag, I'm not even going to roll for Harshnag because I know that it will take him 2 hits. Well, maybe he'll get a crit. Let's see. No, but he'll kill this ogre. Actually, no, he won't. He won't kill the ogre.
Ooh.
I shouldn't have rolled.
Oh,
He rolled a terrible roll on that. Poor Harshnag. Alright. Hobgoblins, just readying their actions. Finch, you're up.
Ooh. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. I'm gonna just charge in.
Okay.
Be in there.
I'm gonna not bonus act. Ah, fuck. Not realize they were right there. Not gonna use my old move. Yes I am. How close can I get? You guys. Yeah, so not close enough. So from where I am, I can't do much. Yeah, no, I'm gonna... use dash to get up there instead.
Okay.
Could I have hopped off of Finch when she went past Harshnag so I can wail on this dude right here
Works for me.
to help Harshnag? Okay.
Yes, you can. And I'll say that when you
Also-
hop off of Harshnag, you'll get, off of... Not Harshnag. When you hop off of Finch, you'll have advantage on your first attack. You'll kind of, come at the guy from the top.
Cool.
Inspiration to Vespera as well. As I see your jump off, I'll just go like, hey, you got this!
Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and just, I'll do Booming Blade for my cantrip so I can get my hit, but because of War Magic, I also get a bonus action extra hit for that. So first one, at advantage, I'm gonna just summon my maul to me, because I said technically, like, 2 sessions ago, I left it all the way out to where Harshnag was, so I'm gonna summon it to my hands and just come at this. What is this guy? Is this an ogre?
That's an ogre.
Not a hill giant. Just hill giant. Okay. Ball.
That will hit.
And okay, both of those are good. And then here's Booming Blade, so an extra 2 on top of that. And
Okay.
it moves an extra 2d8, but we'll do that later. And then we'll do one more regular one.
That will hit, and you don't need to roll anything. He has 1 health.
Sweet.
I will say, like, you come down on top of this guy, and, like, you'll all hear it, and you'll even kind of see the hill giants will hear it as well. Like, when you come down on top of this guy, you'll get him with, like, a nice, like, there'll be a nice cracking noise as you smash that maul right down on top of his head. And, like, if you were in Harshnag's perspective, you could see this guy's face just kind of, like, flatten, go from, like, a normal ogre face to kind of like a pancake ogre face. And then he kind of just, like, his face, now sufficiently flat, will just kind of fall forward. And you'll see all of the hill giants kind of, like do, like, the, like, oh no, that's not good. Like, that was a lot of damage that person just did. But, hey, Finch. Does a 12 hit?
No.
Does a 26 hit?
Yeah.
Alright, hey, you're taking 20 damage.
Ooh.
Does a 26 hit?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, wait, never mind. Does a 10 hit?
No.
Hey, you're only taking 20 damage.
And that activates my held action to heal Finch.
Okay.
Should I make a con save?
You probably should make a con save if you have a concentration going on.
Hey, we're good.
I have to pull up one more thing, because you're actually not done taking damage yet.
Hey, we're not good.
It's okay, that 8 HP will help with the 20 damage.
Hey, it brought me back to 20 HP, so, I mean... Oh god, I'm a bard and a wizard, why am I tanking? I should have cast this on Vesper.
Alright. Does a 14 hit?
No, because I've Shield of Faith from Helio, I think, still, if that's up.
No, you have levitation now.
That does hit.
Okay, that's another 8 piercing damage.
What is hitting you?
Now it's javelins. Before it was tables,
Oh,
now
God.
it's javelins. Oh, actually, I missed one. Hey, you have to make a javelin as well, friend.
Fuck.
Alright, hey, does a 17 hit?
Yeah.
You take 10 damage, and then a 19 hits, you take 6 damage.
Pincher's down.
Oh no! Yeah, so you come into the throne room, you pull back the curtain, and as soon as you pull back the curtain, you'll hear one of the hobgoblins say something in Goblin that you can't understand, but they all understand it, and they pick up the nearest object and throw it at you. And a barrage of tables and javelins meets you, which apparently knocks you out cold.
Yeah, tables will do that to you.
And these aren't just any, like, these are big tables as well. They're throwing these big tables that are 25 feet long. Vesper, you're up. Your friend goes down with a mighty thud.
Oh god. Oh god. Finch is big, technically, so if I do my movement, which is here, can I still reach her?
I would say now that Finch is now tiny
I think
again.
Finch is tiny again. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think
Oh, she's
Finch
tiny
is...
again?
Yes, Finch is now normal size.
She's
Rah.
still levitating. Everybody.
A magic
Can I
flying.
reach
It's like
her?
a flying carpet, but a flying body.
Well, for drinking potions, do you rule that as an action or a bonus action?
I would say drinking it yourself, bonus action. Feeding it to someone else, action.
Damn it. Finch, why didn't you fall over here?
Do you want Finch
Because
to
I
fall
saw
over
more
there?
people this way.
I can't reach her. Because if I try to reach her, I have to take my action for movement, but then I can't feed you a potion.
Hey, Finch will fall that way for you. There you go.
Okay. Can I feed her a potion?
You can feed her a
think all
potion.
I think all these potions of healing that we got were just regular ones, right?
Yeah, just regular potions of healing.
That's a 2d4 plus... Plus, what is that, 2? Plus
2.
4?
2.
Plus
4?
two.
4. I think it's 4.
Plus 4?
I think
2d4
so.
plus 4? Nine!
Thank you. I'm giving Vesper a thumbs up.
I don't think I have any really cool bonus act. How far can I text people? 90 feet? 90 feet. How far are these mofos?
Very far away.
Very far away. Okay. Then that's all I can do.
Okay. Helio, you're up.
Oh god.
The pocket that you were in suddenly shrinks, and now you are inside a normal-sized pocket again.
Helio's gonna fly out and say, okay. So Helia's gonna say, everybody grab on, we're getting out of here. And he's going to wait for everyone to grab onto Finch. And he's gonna fly behind her, raise her up off the ground, and just push with all his might to get everybody out 30
Okay.
feet.
Is everybody
So
grabbing on?
Yeah.
Wait, out which way?
They're going this way. 30 feet.
Oh, they're
this
going
way.
that way?
There's only 3 giants. We can take them. We have Harshnag.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh.
wait for Harshnag to get in, and then I was gonna join in the
Okay,
fray.
then we'll go.
'Cause
Then
I'm full health, so I mean I can stay if you guys want to retreat back.
I'm almost out of spell slots. He's. Oh, not
I
really.
have 3
guess.
left. We're fine.
Okay.
Do any of us have Spare the Dying?
Nope.
I do.
Oh god bless. Yeah, we're fine.
Oh, I have a question. Really odd question. Can we hear wolves from over here?
Make me a perception check. No.
Well, I say Helio, if you want to get out, you can get out. I'll stay.
Just don't want everybody to.
Right. And if you have Spare the Dying, like, I'm totally cool with you just, like, hanging out and so that you're safe. And then everybody else, if they want to get in, can try and deal with 1, 2, 3 hobgoblins, a goblin, and 3 hell giants.
I can push us 60 feet closer.
That'll work. I'm down for that.
Okay. Then he'll push us 60 feet closer.
Okay.
So he's gonna.
Hold a map hold a line for me, and I'll move you guys out there. I can move you guys all in a group. And bada bing.
Alright. So he'd technically be on this side now. Alrighty. He essentially dashed.
Okay.
And pushed everybody.
Pixie power activate. All right, hill giants. Well, they're not very smart, but they have been learning. And they know that they're not gonna... Alright. I think they've got a plan. They've got a plan. They've got a leader. They've got a plan. They know what they're doing. This hill giant is going to... This hill giant's gonna dash and get up to here. And then this hill giant is going to move over to Mia. And he's gonna grab a table and throw it at you. Let's go with... Vesper, hey! Does a 24 hit you?
Yeah.
Hey, you're gonna catch a table to the face and take 18 bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
This one is going to stay here. And just ready in action. Shall remember, this one and this guy aren't on their turns yet, so they don't get to move. Ava, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cast a fog cloud. This one, I'm gonna cast it right here, so that these two at least can't throw stuff at us.
Okay. How big is that again?
It is 20 radius. Or, I guess I'll cast it specifically on these two guys then here.
Okay. Draw shape. This one. So I think... Is it like this big? I think it's this big. Might be right. So like there-ish, here-ish, there-ish?
So I'm gonna put it directly on this guy.
Okay.
He seems more crucial to...
Okay. He cannot see.
Then... okay, yeah, I guess I'll just... Since Alva hasn't been hit much, and he knows how much Finch has been hit, I think he's just gonna try and get this one's attention so it focuses on him.
Okay. Make me a performance check. Or an intimidation check, or whatever you think would be appropriate.
Alright, oh, this is gonna be bad, but Alva's gonna look him in the eye and say, I was the wolf.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Oh shit.
Make me whatever check you think that would... I guess maybe like I guess you could just do a straight charisma if you wanted to, and just do like straight... with advantage on that. I mean, you get advantage either way, so I'll let you decide what charisma one you roll, and then you get advantage.
I think this would probably be persuasion for him, because I don't know if they know what druids are.
I guess they probably don't. He'll believe you. He'll believe you.
Yes.
And, like, it'll take him a second to, like, you'll see, like, the gears are turning in his head. He'll think, like, so... wolf, and he'll think, like, not the wolves over there, and then I'll think like, oh, the wolf that knocked my leader into the pit, that wolf, and then he'll like, once he realizes that, then he'll look very angry.
I'm in danger.
Liddy, I think you're at the top.
I think it'll be on their... Can I just take my turn when they get me to the top?
Yeah, I'll do that.
On their turn. Cool.
Ogres are dead. Goodbye, ogres. Beaver boys!
So perched on the back of one of the giant beavers, am I at window height?
You are currently at window height.
Then I'm gonna scrabble on through the window.
Okay.
I don't know if that takes climbing, so half speed, or how
you
that
can
works.
just... I would say you can go through a full speed.
Okay.
They'll bring you right up, so you can just, like, you know, like, plant 1 foot down solidly on the windowsill.
Okay, so that's 5, 10. Okay, and finally getting to see what's happening in here. Of course, they're all in the middle of the room. Yeah, she's just gonna start making her way around this balcony and ask the beavers to try and chew their way through the wall.
Okay. All right. The beavers will begin chewing.
So she'll take her action to move again.
Are they just chewing until they can make a big enough hole in the wall that they can climb through?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll say that will only take them one turn because they can pretty quickly start gnawing through the wall here.
Yeah. Will they end up on the little balcony with me or underneath it?
I would say they would end up underneath it, because that'd be where like the thinnest point of the window would be. They'd be able to chew straight through that.
Cool.
Harshnag. Harshnag. He's gonna move over to here. How bad do you guys look?
Midnight
I'm
Elf.
good.
I was perfectly unscathed. They're definitely two very bloody party members.
And out of curiosity, how confident do you guys look?
I'm
1000% confident.
Ayla does not look confident.
Finch has never not felt confident in her life.
Okay. Vesper, are you do you look like you're kind of like you're like puffing up with confidence here? Or do you look a little bit like
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm fine.
Harshnag will give you the help action, Finch, by cheering you on. He'll say like,
Holy
"Go,
hell.
small folk, you can do it," and he'll kind of start clapping for you, and everyone will kind of like look at him like, "What the? You're not gonna do anything?" And he'll just kind of keep clapping. He'll give you like a big wide smile. Hobgoblin time! Hobgoblin time! Hobgoblin time! This hobgoblin is going to hop on top of this hill giant. This hobgoblin is going to move his 30 feet over yonder.
Where'd Helium?
And this hobgoblin is going to hop down and land over here. Hey, Ava!
Yeah.
I have to see how long these throws are. Alright. Does a 10 hit?
No.
And does a 6 hit?
No.
Alright. 2 javelins will come hurling at you from these 2 goblins here. These 2 hobgoblins. But they'll both kind of go wide. One of them will even embed kind of in this hill giant's like leg. But like it was such a weak... like the lethal range of it was about here. And then it got to about here. And it will kind of like... it will stick into his leg kind of like, you know, how you'll get like... maybe like get like a thorn in your leg or something. It won't even really hurt him. Finch, you're up. There's a big man in front of you. Big dude.
Ooh.
But I'll say the big dude doesn't look as angry at you as it does at Ava.
Sorry, I should have looked at my spells way sooner. I have mainly long-ranged stuff. Stop, mouse, please. I do have Featherfall, motherfucker. Sorry, just saw that. Okay, I'm going to... Okay, I'm gonna take the disadvantage from doing this close range, but I'm gonna go ahead and firebolt this guy.
Okay, give it to me.
You do have the help action, so I think that neutralizes it.
No, Vesper has it, not Finch.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
you
I thought
said
it
Finch.
Did I say Finch?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you said
well
Finch.
then Finch has it. Never mind. If I said Finch, I'll give it to Finch.
Ooh, better idea. I'm a vicious mockery him.
Okay.
Yo, mama's so fat.
What
so
insult
fat, she
will you
died.
say to this fun man?
Your queen is so fat. Ha!
Your queen is so fat. Ha!
Ha!
I'm gonna think of a good joke.
He'll fail. And he'll start sobbing.
Get it.
He'll start sobbing. And he'll start sobbing, and I'll say that because of his tears, the area, I'll draw a little square. I would say like this area here is now difficult terrain because it's kind of wet from his tears.
This next attack will be a disadvantage. I have hideous laughter. Why did I use that? Okay, never mind. That's not a good turn, but that's my turn.
Okay.
So there's an app called Fantasy Insult Generator.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah. If you want to use that for vicious mockery.
Vesper, you're up.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay. I am going to move over here since that's difficult terrain. And while this guy is in tears, bonus action hex him.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to wail on him
Give me some whales.
while he's distracted and crying because he's so upset that Queen Ga's so fat. Is this a normal? This is a okay.
That will not hit.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
That will hit.
Okay. That's a 2 in there, so I'm gonna roll that again. 3. So 3 plus 3, 6. So that's 11.
11, alright.
Plus another 1, so 12. And I'm gonna go ahead and use my action surge and do 2 more.
Okay, give them to me. That'll hit. That'll be good.
Remember, you have bardic inspiration if you need it.
Oh, that's
Bardic
right!
here.
I don't have a thing on here to remind me of that. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. So that's 15.
Okay.
For that one. And then one more. Where's one more?
That will hit.
And one of those is a 1, so we're gonna change that. 3. 7, so that's 12 plus 6. 18!
18.
that last one.
Alright. Man, he takes a lot of damage. Alright.
That's all.
So, as you guys, like, so you know, this guy's kind of just blubbering, like, she's not that fat. You'll kind of just see him crying. And, Vesper will take this opportunity, like, you'll see Vesper will, like, slide through, like, the tears a little bit, you know, kind of do, like, a slide. Will kind of hop up behind him, and will, after she kind of, like, slides out of it, or, like, hops out of the slide, she'll give him, like, one good, like, clock to the back of the neck with her maul. And that will kind of, like, knock him down, like, kind of, like, half prone a little bit, which Vesper will use to, like, get right up on top of his head, and, like, right on top of the back of his neck, and just start, like, bosh, bosh, bosh on his head. He,
Sleep,
like...
go to sleep.
And it kind of looks like he, like, looks like half in pain, but he also just kind of looks like still sad. He's just kind of crying. And, like, as he's crying, he's like, ow, 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 the pain. But, yeah, that's his turn. Not his turn, her turn. That's Vesper's turn. Helio, you're up. There's a crying giant in front of you.
I'm gonna do something that
Ooh.
I don't normally want to do.
Okay.
Helio is going to bring his familiar out of its pocket dimension.
Ooh.
And he's going to look at it and give it a little pep talk and say, "You got this," and cast Dragon's Breath on it.
Ooh. What is your familiar again? Owl?
It's an owl.
Yes, that's what I thought.
And he is going to give this owl I think it's a 15 feet Dragon's Breath? Yes,
Okay.
15-foot cone of Dragon's Breath. And it is going to be psychic damage.
Okay.
And so he's going to say, "You got this. Do it." And this little owl is going to come over here and angle it so that he doesn't hit anybody else and just psychic Dragon's Breath this giant.
Okay. Roll me that damage. And I think it's a dex save, right?
It is, yeah.
Alright, well, he got a nat 20, so that's good.
Oh, well, okay. Let's see, or half as much damage on a 6. Okay. Half of 11.
So, Vesper, while you're kind of wailing on this thing's head, you'll see this owl kind of, like, swoop over, and will kind of, like, hover, like, you know, just kind of, like, flap its wings right in front of this guy for a second, and, like, angle it, and it'll open its mouth, and, it's so vivid even you can see it. You'll see images of Queen Guh kind of, like, flashing before this guy's eyes, and your eyes as well. But they're, like, cartoonishly fat, like, even beyond, like, how fat she really was, and, like, it just, like, if he was already crying, now he's just, like, he falls over in tears and goes prone. And he's just kind of, like, rolling around in his own tears, like, "She wasn't that fat in real life, I promise," and he's just really sad. Hail Giant time! This guy... Hey, Helio, does a 17 hit?
I don't think so. No, not with a reaction shield.
Okay, alright. I'll say this guy, he's crying, and then, like, a big old, like, he'll kind of, like, wipe some tears away, and, like, most people, they would hit, and they wouldn't do anything, but, like, that's a lot of water coming at you very fast. Like, that's a huge chunk of water. And so you have to, like...
Ball water.
Yeah, and so you kind of have to, like, put your hand up, like, reaction shield, and, like, you just kind of, like, it, like, tidal wave splashes out of the way of you, and everybody else kind of looks at you like, "What? That wouldn't have hurt?" And then they're like, "Oh, wait, yeah, no, that definitely would have hurt you." This guy can't see, so he's gonna try and move. Hey, he got it right. He's out. He'll go there. His friend is sad. How much did he move? Let's see. 20, he can move. He's gonna go here. And he'll grab this lamp off the wall and he'll throw it at someone. Ava does a 24 hit.
Yeah, that will hit.
That'll be 16 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Actually, I'll say it's 16 fire damage, because it's a lantern, like a torch he's throwing at you.
Goodness.
Alrighty.
Right, that one's gonna do that. This one is gonna start running at Harshnag, I think. I think that's the plan. I think that it's gonna start running at Harshnag, and it's gonna get there. Ava, you're up.
Did he like long jump those holes?
Yeah. He can kind of like if you're not like 20,000 pounds, you can pretty easily, like when you're giant size, step over them, you know. But when you're 20,000 pounds and rolling, you know, not much you can do.
Once
Ava.
the momentum gets going.
Yeah. Ava, you're
I just
up.
imagine him like hurtling like so quickly as a big hill giant.
Alva is just gonna go ahead and produce flame and attack the one in front of them.
Okay. If that does that have an attack roll, produce flame?
Yes, I believe so.
Hey, since you got hit with a giant flame, you can have advantage on that.
Nice.
Fire. I'll show you fire.
I'll use your fire against you.
Fight fire with fire, like they always say. Alright, that 20 will hit.
Alright,
And are you just firing at the guy crying in front of you, or are you firing at one of the other two? Okay.
Yeah, I want to take him out.
Alright. Though he is not dead, now he's crying and on fire, which, you know, in terms of things to be, I would say those are probably one of the worst combinations.
On the other hand, the tears might put out the fire.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't know if he's smart enough to realize that in time. Liddy, your friends are wailing on a crying hill giant. And your beaver friends are about ready to start bursting through the wall.
How high off the ground is this little ledge I'm on?
Oh, I know I did the math earlier, but I'm gonna have to redo it. We'll assume 15 or 20 feet off the wall, off the ground. We'll say 20 feet, because that's higher than any of these hill giants. We'll say 20 feet.
How difficult would it be to try and, like, get a running jump and try and land on, like, one of these tables?
Not very difficult. You could easily do that.
I would like to do that, then.
Alright.
I don't know what sort of movement it will use, or action,
Just use your more normal movement.
Well, my normal movement's only 25 feet.
I mean, you could feasibly jump 25. I mean, you could sprint, get that running start.
Yeah.
You could do that. I would say you could do that with
Okay.
your normal movement. Get to that, like, get to the edge of that table.
Then I will do that and end up here.
Actually, since you are falling 10 feet, do you want to roll the fall damage on that, or do you want to, like, try to make an acrobatics check to see if you can, like, not take the fall damage?
Can I do athletics?
Yes.
Then I will do that. Why is it still adding things? I always forget to go in and try and fix that.
You have to remind me after the session. I think I can fix it. You'll just have to remind me after the session at one of these times. You're going to take 2 damage, though.
Oh,
A small
boy.
tumble. Not that bad.
So, yep, and then I will just move basically to the other end of the table so I'm close enough to do things.
Okay. Beaver
And,
boys.
I will... How's everyone looking health-wise?
I think varying degrees of bad, except for Vesper, who I think is looking good.
I will
I'm
say
at
Alva
9
actually,
HP.
Alva doesn't look that bad. Fire did not hit him as hard as it might have otherwise.
I will do a 3rd level healing word on... No! Shoot! I don't have that prepared. Preparing spells is not something I'm used to having to do. And I'm finding that I'm not preparing anything that I actually need. Never mind, sorry. That will be it.
That's it?
Yep.
Well, don't worry. You have an army of beavers approaching.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Beaver number 1, what is Beaver number 1 doing? Or do you have any, like, direct commands for all the beavers?
She's now kind of on the floor level, so she's just gonna point at the hill giants and yell, "Charge!"
Your wish is their command. and they will begin charging underneath the table towards this hill giant. You can get there. I'll say the rest of you guys can just kind of get varying degrees of inside the window. In you go. Alright, everybody in. The beaver boys are getting ready. Harshnag is going to... Vesper? He's gonna throw his axe at you.
Which one?
Harshnag.
Oh, what?
And it's, it's a bit bigger than your maul, but it is a +3 axe. So I will say that you can roll your maul with +3 for the next couple turns until he summons it back to him.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
Yeah, he'll throw his axe and it will land in the floor next to you. And you'll look at him like, what the hell are you doing? And then he'll kind of give you a thumbs up and a big smile, use it, it's fun. And it will take you a second to kind of get used to the weight of it, but I'll say again, it will function essentially as a maul. It will deal slashing damage instead of normal damage, like bludgeoning, and it's +3. So go hog wild.
Woohoo!
And Harshnag will, after doing that, just kind of shoot this hill giant like the stink guy, kind of are you gonna come fight me? Is this really what's gonna happen? This hobgoblin is going to tell him that yes, he will.
What's the damage dice? Should I still use the maul 2d6 or something else?
See really quick. Do 3d6.
3?
3d6. Because that's about half of what Harshnag would do. Yeah, I'll say 3d6. Alright. This hobgoblin will whisper sweet nothings into this guy's ear and will tell him to go! Charge, my minion! And he will charge next turn. This guy is going to follow suit and use this hill giant as a mount as well. This last guy, I think he's just going to try to keep getting a better angle. Yeah, no, he can't make that. Finch, you're up. There's an army of beavers coming.
Yeah. Ooh, gotta love beavers. How bad is the guy in front of me looking?
Pretty bad.
Okay. Yeah, might as well finish him off. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Actual Hideous Laughter. No, I'm not. That doesn't do damage. I'm just gonna Firebolt at disadvantage.
Okay. Give him to me, give him to me.
Firebolt.
That will hit. And it won't kill the man, but he will be yet lower still.
Rude. I think that is... No, I'm gonna healing. Is anyone else low on health?
Nope.
I'm a healing word myself then.
Technically, but you should heal yourself.
Wait, how bad is Helio?
He's at 17 out of 31, but he's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna healing word myself quickly. And that's my turn.
Okay. Vesper, you're up. You have a brand new fancy weapon.
Woohoo! Really odd question that I just thought of that might kind of be really funny and bring lots of clarity. Can I, slide my maul to a beaver and just be like, use it?
I love this idea.
Give
Can a
me
beaver use my
a
maul?
beaver intelligence check. Give me an intelligence check from the beaver.
Okay.
Smash.
Probably not.
No.
I don't know
No,
what
it,
beaver
it
intelligence
no.
is, but I don't think it's
Dang.
enough to save it.
No, it'll look at it and it will, the mold's made out of wood. It'll kind of begin to it will gnaw on it very slowly, looking at you to judge your reaction, and when you kind of shake your head no, it'll stop gnawing on it.
Okay, fine. Dang it. Would have been so cute to see a beaver hit with a maul. Okay. I'm gonna enjoy my new axe that I just got, or I'm borrowing. And I'll go ahead and I'll do booming blade, just to give it a little bit of extra thunder damage to this, and go after the same hill giant right in front of me and see what it does.
Give it to me, give it to me. That'll hit. Alright, and that will kill the dude.
Okay, well, that's fine. Then.
And I will say that, when you swing it, even though it's way too, it's still very big. It's probably too big for you to use. But the thing is, when it connects with flesh, it just kind of cuts it's so smooth how quickly it cuts through. And the only time you feel resistance is the bone. You can kind of feel it. There's just a hint of a stop, but then it just keeps carving, man. And it just glides through. And you look outside at the carnage that Harshnag has dealt earlier, and you can see this thing definitely is capable of that. It can very quickly and efficiently slice through lots of bad things.
Cool. All right. Well, one more time to this guy.
Give it to me, give it to me.
Harshnag's axe.
That will hit.
Cool. And then 21 damage. None of those are 2 or 1, so I'm gonna leave it. And crap! I should have said it before. Since that guy died,
I already
I'm gonna
moved the
move my
hex. Yeah, I
hex
already
to
did it.
that
Don't
guy.
worry about it.
Okay.
I already got it.
Okay, so that's another 6 on top of it, so 23.
Alright.
And that's my turn, because I technically used my bonus action, but it didn't really need to use it.
Alright. I will say, you're hacking and slashing and slicing and dicing, and Harshnag is he's very he's got the proud dad look. He's got his arms crossed, yeah, I did that. I trained that. That's me. He looks very proud. Helio, you're up.
Helio is going to Digivolve to
Heliomon.
Mind Sliver.
Evolving.
Mind Sliver this one.
Mind
And it
Sliver,
has
Mind
to do
Sliver.
an intelligence saving.
Okay.
DC is 15.
15... I'll tell you it's not going to make it. Oh, close, but it doesn't.
Alrighty, then he takes 2d6 of damage, psychic damage, and now has to subtract 1d4 from its next saving throw.
Okay.
So that's going to be coming up here soon too. Because my owl is going to fly right there, release a 15-foot cone of psychic damage, at least 2,
Okay.
and then fly back to me.
Alright. Give me the damage for that while I pull up more music.
D6. 7.
And then what was the save on that one more time?
The
Dex save?
it's the Yeah, it's a deck save it. Yeah.
And what is it to beat?
Mine,
14?
15.
15. They will both fail. Alright. Alright, let me do some calculator math. Minus. Burr. Alright.
This is my fuck everything combo.
Alright. The giant will look relatively unfazed, but the hobgoblin on its back will not look very happy. And I think because of it taking, I think the hill giant's gonna throw a rock at you, or a table, or something. What can it grab? It'll grab a board out of the floor. It'll grab one of these boards. And Helio. How close are you, Helio? Helio, does a 23 hit?
Yes.
That's going to be 28 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh. Well, I'm down. Helio's down.
And then, after doing that, he's going to keep menacingly walking at Harshnag, and Harshnag will look completely unfazed by this approaching threat. This guy... Vesper... Vesper, does a 15 hit?
Nope.
Does a 27 hit?
Yeah.
That's 21 bludgeoning damage.
21. Wait, this guy just hit me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do something I've never done before, because I've had it for the longest time and never used it. Hellish Rebuke!
Okay.
So that is... Oh, are you serious? Well, fine. It's a DC 14, and if he doesn't... Only 2 cold damage!
Is it a dex save?
Yeah, it's a dex save.
Hey, he got a nat 20. He takes 1 damage.
God damn it.
It's only because it's the first time you're trying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's new. You haven't fully mastered it yet. You know. You have
What
to
was
kinda...
that damage again? You said 20...
21.
21.
All right. Avocado, you're up.
I'll go to healing. You know, back up.
That's probably smart.
And then I don't know if this would take an action, but can I like move him behind Finch as part of that? Like just scoop him up and place him behind her.
You're doing cure wounds or healing word?
This is healing word.
If you were doing cure wounds, I'd say you could, because you have to like touch him to do it. But with, I guess, I mean, he's small. Yeah, you could pick him up. You could pick him up and toss him.
Alright, then, yeah, I'll go do that, and then move over here.
Okie dokie.
And produce flame. I'll hit the one that Vesper's hitting, because the other one seems focused on Harshnag. Nope, I think that one's too far. Okay, we'll hit this one.
An 11 will miss, unfortunately.
Alright, that's true.
Liddy, you're up.
Okay, Liddy's going to hop off the table and head for her friends and actually end up about where Ava was. And then, oh yeah, She is going to cast a spell on the big guy that Vesper is fighting. And cast Blight.
Oh shit,
Ooh.
Lindsay.
She doesn't
And
want her friends to get hurt.
What save
She's
am I making
highly-
for that?
Constitution.
Con save. Alright. It will fail miserably.
And it takes 32 necrotic damage.
Alright. Let me bust out my calculator. Is it closed? Alright. I would say, Vesper, you're standing in front of this thing, and you're fighting it, it's squaring up to you, and all of a sudden, you kind of start to see, like the hairs on its kind of, like, head and, like, kind of, like, neck, and everything start to, like, grow out very quickly. All of them are, like, bright, like, not, like, bright gray, like a silvery gray, as he kind of starts, like, wilting and kind of, like, turning into this, like, older-looking, like, old man hill giant. And, like, as this kind of happens, he kind of continues to, like, rot, and kind of, like, you'll see, like, his flesh kind of begins to, like, fade away and is replaced by, like, the muscles underneath, which are also kind of, like, rotting away. And by the end of it, he looks kind of just like this frail, sad kind of old man, ripe for beating to death.
Old man Hilly.
And then just for fun, I'll do a bonus action shillelagh on my staff, just in case I need to bonk anyone with it.
Okay. Beaver boys, beaver boys. The beaver boys... The beaver boys, I think, are going to just start dashing. I think the beaver boys are just going to start hoofing it. Well... The beaver boys are going to hoof it in this direction, I think. This is where the beaver boys are going to start hoofing it. This beaver boy's going to hoof it. This beaver boy's going to hoof it. This beaver boy's going to hoof it. This beaver boy is going to get to there. This beaver boy can get up to there. This beaver boy is gonna get in here. This beaver boy... I guess the other two... The other two will kind of sit on the sidelines and watch the carnage happen.
Their moral support.
Alright. Harshnag. Harshnag will... Harshnag will give... Harshnag will come over and grab one of the beavers and hold the beaver up to this guy's head, giving him the help action.
I got real scared for a second. I was like, oh no.
Hobgoblin time, hobgoblin time. Hobgoblins are going to throw some javelins. Hey, Liddy. Does a 14 hit?
I don't believe so. It does not.
Hey, Vesper. Does a 15 hit?
Vesper is away had to let the dogs out.
Okay. I don't think a 15 will hit Vesper, and I don't think an 11 will either. So we'll skip them. Finch, you're up.
Ooh.
The last two hill giants are looking very... Either one of them looks healthy and is surrounded by beavers, the other one looks very unhealthy and is dying very rapidly.
I'm gonna help Vesper out and go ahead with him with a firebolt.
Give it to me, give it to me.
My favorite. Firebolt.
Alright.
Then is Gil still down?
Yes.
Healing Warrior as a bonus action. First level for 8
Wait,
points.
Helium got 6 points of healing on that turn.
I did, and then I got hit
He got
with
he got it hit with a table.
I'm sorry, I completely blanked that.
No, it's okay.
Anything else?
I don't. That would finish turn.
Okay. Vesper, I think, is still away.
Can we take a few moments break?
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
We're going to take our full break, though, once this combat's nearly done. Once we're done with the full combat, I'm going to leave for, like, 5-ish minutes, 10-ish minutes, and then I'm going to go... I've got Panda Express in the fridge, going to heat that back up.
I'm gonna be right back.
Is anybody actually here, or is everybody gone on break?
I'm here.
Oh, okay, there are people here. Hello, people.
I'm here too.
Hello.
Just got back. Sorry, I had to feed my animals, then I made a coffee drink and stuff.
Ah, well, I got my leftover Panda Express, so we're gonna chow down on that. Very excited. Gonna be chowing down on that for the rest of the session. Very excited. Very, very excited. I always order a bit extra because I'm like, it warms up alright, and it's like pretty far away for me to get Panda Express, so it's always kind of an event.
You know. I used to live in a town that was an hour from everywhere, and all they had was McDonald's, a Mexican restaurant that wasn't very good because it was in the like Illinois, northern Illinois,
Right.
and a gas station pizza place. That is all they
Oh.
had. They had a
Okay.
grocery store, but like at nighttime or towards the end of the day when there's like it's dinner and you don't want to cook anything, that's all there was.
I grew up in the suburbs. Everything was a few minutes away.
Yeah. In the town I grew up in and where I'm living now, everything's here.
Okay, I'm back.
Ah, welcome back. Alright.
My nephew's here since it's my sister's birthday, and her fiance went out to dinner, and he's potty training, and we're trying to get him to use the potty since he had dinner, but he just will not have it.
Alright, well... Wish I could help with your potty training situation, but unfortunately, I think that's outside of my pay grade.
I had to go through it with the kid I babysat for.
I think it's just because he's in our house and not at his house,
Yeah.
so he's kind of uncomfortable with the idea. Because at home, he has no problem with it.
Alright. Let me turn the music back on. I'm really hoping this combat ends soon. I think we're nearly out of it. I didn't think it was actually going to take... I was going to say, I didn't think that this combat was going to take an extra, like, hour. I thought, like, this combat was nearly over. I kind of, like, I didn't anticipate it taking this long. But, Vesper, you're up.
We're gonna go 2 more times with this hill giant. Bonus action, cantrip, booming blade, so I can try to get as much damage on him as possible, so we can end this.
Alright, give it to me.
There's a 2 and a 6, so I'm gonna re-roll both of those. Oh, it's still the same. Okay, so it's still 17 plus 6 plus 8, so 14 plus 17, 31
Hey, he's
for
dead.
that first hit. Oh, hey! How about that?
Yay.
What about the hobgoblin on top of him?
He's very much alive.
Can I reach him from...
When the guy
Where
falls
are you?
down, you definitely can reach him.
Okay, then I'll take my extra hit to him.
Alright, give it to me.
But this one doesn't get... Oh, Hex, the hobgoblin.
Hex the hobgoblin. Got it.
Okay. Those are all good. And one more. 25 damage on him.
25. Alright. He is dead.
Sweet. Hex the other hobgoblin. Oh, I can't do it. I already did it once, so I can't do it again.
Can't you just move it?
I'll just
But I'm-
I'm just gonna preemptively move it because
Okay.
We all know where
I
that's going.
thought like can you move it twice in one turn if 2 people die?
You probably can. I don't know.
I think it
Yeah,
just
look
says
at-
once it dies that you can move it to someone, can't you?
I think so.
You can use a bonus action on the subsequent turn of yours to curse a new creature. Well, I thought it was just once it hits 0, it doesn't take anything. Well, that's okay.
Either
Live
way,
in your
I'm
life.
moving it anyways.
Okay.
Helium, you're up.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Helio is going to. Is there any? Is it just these people right here left?
Yep.
Okay, then Helio is going to.
There's still a goblin at the throne.
He's asleep.
But I don't.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I also don't think we see him, do we?
No, nobody sees him.
Oh,
Well, except for Liddy. Liddy saw him, but...
I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver on the goblin up here.
Okay.
And that's an intelligence saving throw.
Let me do
DC
that.
15.
He'll fail.
Alrighty, I don't know why I wasn't expecting him to fail. 10 psychic damage.
Alright.
My
Man.
god, Helio.
Oh, he's dead. Hey, good. Alright.
That's all it's gonna do.
Hell Giant.
Oh no.
Hill Giant.
Hello, it's me.
I'm worried about my beaver boys.
Oh wait, no, the Beaver Boys.
What is the Beaver Boy AC?
So Giant Badger has an AC of 10. Probably not more than that.
I'll give him a 10. And what's their health?
13.
Okay.
Some of them are gonna get squashed.
Well, one beaver gets squashed with a terrible roll, by the way. Rolled a
These
7.
beavers, like magical beavers, where they just poof when they're dead, or are they
I think
like
they just
real?
poof. I think they.
Yeah,
I think they
they're
just poof after
base
7.
spirits, so they
Oh,
kind
okay.
of dissipate.
Yeah, one beaver will dissipate. Will a second beaver dissipate? No, that beaver will stay alive. Okay, so one beaver. Goodbye, beaver.
Liddy like screams as if she has been hit.
Aw.
Oh.
Alva, you're up.
I think Ava feels like the beavers have got this. So he's probably just going to chill back here and honestly just take a fucking breath.
Okay. Liddy, you're up.
Liddy believes in her beavers, but is now very angry that one of them has been brutally killed. Even though it's probably just fine. So she'll start running towards the giant and will use her own produce flame.
Ooh. That will definitely hit.
Oh, max
Jesus.
damage. She's angry.
Do not mess with the beavers.
No.
Alright. This guy's hair is thoroughly on fire. And the beaver boys are up. So give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beaver boy attacks. Whatever they can do.
I'm assuming a bite.
I think it's a bite, probably a claw or whatever. Do they have
A
multi-attack?
bite makes sense. Giant badgers do. They have a bite and a claw.
Then give me a bite and a claw from each one. Although I guess it'd be a bite and like a tail from this guy.
Probably.
A bite and a tail.
Yeah.
No.
So they have a +3, so I'll just go ahead and do that. So, gosh. First one. Oof.
Definitely.
Did
oof.
this last time, didn't it?
Yeah.
Second beaver's attacks.
Hey, that'll hit.
Third one.
That will hit. Well,
Fourth.
okay, yeah, that'll hit. That will hit.
And fifth one.
Both of those will hit. Alright, so anything that is above a 13 hits. So, just start rolling a whole bunch of damage.
Okay. What sort of damage do you think they do?
Piercing for the bite, bludgeoning for the thing, and then just use the same dice that the badger does.
Okay, well the bite and the claws do different. Can I just do the same? Like do a d6 plus
Yeah, just do
2
the same.
for both?
Yeah, do the same for both.
Cool. Okay, so that's above... Sorry, what did you say hits?
Above a 13. And remember to roll double the dice for the crit.
Okay, so it's 4 regular hits. And then 1 crit.
Actually, technically, one of them had advantage, so if you wanted to re-roll one of their attacks, you could.
Okay.
I forgot about that. Harshnag is lifting one of them up to bite him in the
yeah.
eyes.
Well, another 6. $38 points of damage,
38 points.
I think, if my math is correct.
Alright.
And he wandered away.
Is that all for the Beaver Boys?
Yes.
Okay. Harshnag is going to do the I'm done with this combat option, and he's going to make me a strength check versus this guy's strength to see if he can throw him in the pit.
Are we going to have to restabilize the dam again?
I mean, I've got the beavers for an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll take that chance. He'll take that chance. Actually, surprisingly enough, Harshnag will lose. Harshnag will not be able to chuck this guy in the pit. Harshnag still gets an attack, though. Oh, does Harshnag kill it with his one attack? Ah, 1 health Harshnag leaves it on. Alright. Finch, you're up. The thing is literally on death's door. How do you want to kill it?
Hey, good old Finch fashion. Firebolt.
Alright. Roll that damage. Well, actually, roll me the thing. Hopefully it'll hit. That hits. It's dead. Alright. Down he goes.
Wow.
The last of the hill giants. Alright. Let's put that big red X on that hill giant. And let's turn off our combat music.
Wait, isn't there still the hobgoblin?
Where? Oh!
This guy.
Oh no! He fell into a pit. He's gone. Alright, there we
He
go.
lost his footing when.
Yeah,
Okay.
the smoke cloud. He couldn't see where he was going, and then he fell in the pit. He's dead.
The hex just threw him off. So
Yeah,
much.
yeah, that was it. It was the hex and the wind, and it just wasn't looking great for him. So rather than put us through one more round of combat, so that the hex, Bless that hobgoblin. Don't think he's gonna get through all 5 of you guys. Don't think he's gonna do that. So
He survives and comes back as the big bad.
yeah, Jesus. If he managed, I don't know, man. He'd have to do really, really good. I mean, like, that would be insane. But all right, let's put my Panda Express bowl away. And now, here's a fun game for me to play while we transition into the next thing. I know I have a list of loot that's in Queen Go's throne. I know I have it. I just cannot find it. I do not know where I put it at all. I don't know where it is. I am just at a complete loss for where I left it. Which is really, really frustrating because it was like one of the first times I've been like actually prepped for like loot. Normally I kind of do the loot after the fact. Because doing loot in the moment is kind of boring to me. But this was one of the few times where I had it totally prepped. And yet, I do not see it. Which is... Did I leave it? Alright. I could spend like an hour looking for that later. Joe, remind me at some point throughout the week to definitely... I have a list. I know I have one. I don't know where it is, but I know it exists. There is a list, and you guys get all the things on that. And on that future list, there are tons of fun goodies.
Money.
Yeah, mostly money, but also other fun goodies.
Cool.
Nothing essential, though, so don't
We
worry.
can hire an army to kill the dragon.
I want money for my tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit, right.
Alright, so, with that out of the way, let me get some ambiance going. Some nice ambiance.
Ambiance.
Finch!
Vesper!
Clean me, I'm so gross and yucky.
Ew! Oh, fine. Gross. Just gonna like immediately prestidigitation herself, then go over Vesper and go over anyone else that needs it.
Alright. You'll see Harshnag covered in blood, but if you offer Harshnag a like, hey, do you want to be cleaned? He'll be like, no. This stays. The blood stays. But I will say, after all is said and done, it's fairly peaceful. Like the dam is, I mean, not perfectly structurally sound or anything, but it's good enough to last for a while. And there's just kind of a big stinking throne full of goodies, and you'll notice that if you look at it, like as you guys are rummaging through it, there's a sleeping goblin kind of towards the back, sound asleep. Doesn't even feel you guys rummaging through it. Getting your insert loot here that you guys totally found right now. And that I have prepared and is in your journal totally right now that you should just have. But anyways, yeah, so you'll just see a sleeping goblin there. Just, sound asleep. I'll also say he's butt naked and really gross, just like covered in grease and slime and kind of just like other bodily fluids.
Okay, we're probably gonna have to deal with this guy, so Fincher's gonna, like, farthest distance she can, just snap her fingers and prestidigitation him, because you.
Okay, he'll be clean. He will be cleaned, and he'll still be asleep. He won't wake up. He'll just be kind of like... he's not dead. You can see he's definitely breathing. He's got like a heavy breathing to him, but he's just sleeping.
Do we even waste the time to try and interrogate him?
I mean, it might be fun.
Elio does a motion of lifting him up and dropping him down the hole, but doesn't say anything.
No!
I mean, What information are we going to get out of a goblin after killing pretty much all of these hill giants and wrecking their tribe?
Harshnag will look at you guys and he'll say, "What information did you get out of them, anyways?"
We found out that they... Wait, where were the orcs? Did all the orcs get killed?
All the orcs are either dead or they ran away.
Okay. So they were working with the Ice Shield orcs from the north, and we're planning to go up north, I'm assuming, to the Temple of the All-Father tomorrow in order to, I guess, appease for the highest honor in this ordering. And they were wanting Liferlos. We never really found out exactly what they wanted with Liferlos, did we? Did we?
You didn't.
I
You
don't
didn't.
believe so. They just
Let me
said
grab my-
they thought it would help.
I think we
I don't
just
think
found
anyone.
out that
I don't think
she
anyone
really
ever asked.
wanted... No, I think it was just that she really wanted Liferlos, and yeah, she never specifically said why she wanted him, just that she wanted him.
What's this ordning thing they keep talking about?
Okay. Finch, Helio, why don't you two see if you could get anything from either the throne or that goblin to interrogate him? Ava, Liddy, let's go sit at this table and I'll explain to you everything that's going on. Luckily, Jack is a little indisposed right now, so whatever I say is not going to be colored by his wonderful opinions.
Yeah, he's sound asleep, Jack. Sound asleep. If you actually, like, out of character need a breakdown, essentially the ordning is as thus. There's, like, so the giants live in, like, a caste society, essentially, like a caste system, with each giant, like, having a strict role in society. With storm giants at the top, and then it goes, like, down the list, it goes storm giants, cloud giants, ice, or fire giants, ice giants, stone giants, hill giants. And then there's like other giant kin below them, but that's the main tier list. And that has been going on for a very, very long time. Now it's busted. The god that rules over him, Anam, the All-Father, he basically was like, "Hey, yeah, you guys have gotten too complacent and stupid. You guys aren't in charge of the world anymore, and I don't like that. I'm gonna break this and see if anybody else can take the top." And so now all the giants are like, "Man, now's my chance. If we get to the top, then everybody worships me, and we get all the power and the food and the money or whatever we want." So that's essentially and that's busted. So now all the giants are in a big hubbub trying to get on top of the tier list.
Gotcha. I thought as much, but I wanted to make sure.
I'll also mention to them about King Hecaton being presumably murdered, assassinated, and that's also a thing too.
That is a thing.
And that happened soon after the ordering was destroyed.
Yes.
If I remember correctly. Yeah, so that's also something that we have to probably eventually contend with. But our priority that we're going to head out to do first, and this was like a side quest for us to do, just to kind of get like this all stuff for what happened at Golden Fields, is there is realm stuff happening. There are places in forests and at Rasalantar where it seems like rifts are starting to open up, and I wanted to ask Liddy if anything in the High Forest had opened up, because where we are going now is to Mirabar to try to talk to somebody to find out what exactly is happening, because whether or not these two situations are related, we don't know, but we think that this situation of the realms merging is a little bit more important at the moment, slightly, than the giant problem, so we're gonna head up north to find more information. But I mean, we'll also be in the vicinity area of the temple, so I don't know if we're also gonna do that, but that's basically what our troop is going to do.
And I would say, just for your sake, for both Ava and for Liddy, anytime you guys have spent in the High Forest, you guys may have sensed a, like, disturbance, kind of like in the natural order of things, but there would have been no, like, abnormal, like rifts opening that, like, would not be standard.
This is true for Ava too. I mean, I guess, yeah, the thing he encountered is something that he would consider, like, part of that forest.
Yeah, I would say that you would consider that part of it. And from what little you remember, you would know that what you encountered was definitely, like, abnormal, not normal. Whatever happened to you in that forest was not normal. But you don't know if it was because of the forest or if it was because of, like, these rift things. You don't know. You're unsure.
Okay. Then I'll just sort of uncertainly glance at Liddy and say, was what you felt in no, I forget its name. Ardeep. Oh, yeah.
No. Did the upheaval I felt in Ardeep feel at all like the weird things that I felt around the forest, or different?
Felt weird.
Yeah.
Similar weird, but not that similar weird. I don't know. Like within the same vicinity of weirdness. It had that, like, there's like a, like, you can kind of, like, as a druid, kind of tap into just, like, the natural flow of how things are supposed to be going, and those both were like in, like, the kind of, like, heartbeat monitor of the universe. Those both were, like, very rapid, very weird changes that were, like, right back to back.
Okay. So I could tell that something weird was happening with the natural order of things, but couldn't really tell what.
Yeah, you couldn't exactly tell what's going on, other than there's, like, just weirdness happening. Weirdness is afoot.
I'm actually sorry to derail a little bit. Who is King Hecaton?
King of the Storm Giants.
Okay.
That was at the top of the ordering. And so now that it was disassembled, something happened in their court, and he was assassinated. Nobody knows by whom. And he does have a daughter? Or daughters? I can't remember what you said.
I think it's daughters, plural, I think.
Daughters. He has daughters, but nobody has heard, or I don't know if anybody really knows if, like, they're gonna try and, like, take over for him, or who was gonna take over for him. But we don't know if the ordning being demolished and his assassination is related or not.
The only things I would add to that explanation are that, one, though you guys think that he may have been assassinated, like, that's a definite, like, maybe. Could just be that he died. No one knows. Okay. It's, like, kind of like, it's like the timing is a little bit, like, too good to be true, you know? But all the giants, ask anybody, all the giants that have met King Hecaton would believe that, like, had Hecaton been alive, the ordning falling apart would not have been that bad. Like, he could have, with enough time and energy, restored the ordning as it was, like, before it fell apart. So his death is permitting the kind of chaos that's going on, at least in part.
The ordning doesn't sound like it can be stopped. Are you planning to, and he'll sort of uncertainly look between you and Harshnag, become the new cast top?
If you say this to Harshnag, Harshnag will look, like, emphatically like, no. And he'll simply say that, like, he'll say, all I want is for the giants to be led by someone that won't go around murdering and marauding against small folks. You people are kind and gentle and nice. It doesn't serve you to be, beaten and attacked every single opportunity they get.
And with that, can we say that Finch and Helio has the goblin tied up and Helio's smacking it in the face saying, "Tell me what I want to know!"
Yeah, we can do a goblin
No.
interrogation.
Finch would not condone that.
Do it.
Is Helio smacking it in the face saying, "Tell me what I
Yes.
want to know"? All right.
Yeah.
Leo, no.
Bad cop, good
That's not
cop.
how you ask for stuff.
Are you tying it up?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you strong enough to tie it up? Because Finch is not helping you with that.
Yeah, technically.
I would say yeah. With a bit of effort, Helio can tie him up. And this guy's not waking up. This guy is not waking up. Although, once slapped and yelled at, assuming that happens, he'll definitely wake up.
He didn't even ask a question. He just said, "Tell me what I want to know."
When he wakes up and he hears this, like, he'll immediately just start gasping for breath, just like, and you'll see his, like, hands, he's got his eyes closed still, and he's, like, feeling his hands around, like, rapidly, like, trying to feel for something, and you can't tell what he's doing. Like, he's definitely, desperately trying to feel for something.
Mm-hmm. Helio is going to use one of his remaining spells to cast Levitate and lift it in and suspend the goblin in the air.
Okay. After a moment of, like, searching around and taking these deep breaths, and as he starts flying, he'll, like, open his eyes, and he'll look around, and you'll see that his eyes are kind of, like they've kind of been, like, you know how, like, if you live in, like, a cave for so long, like, if animals and, like, things that live in a cave for so long, their eyes kind of eventually kind of get, like, cloudy and kind of, like crap eyes, you know?
Yeah.
His eyes are kind of like that. He's kind of got, like, cave eye a little bit. And when he looks around, like, this is, like, it's really bright for him, you know? For you guys, it's kind of, like, dim in here, you know? But for him, it's intensely bright, and so he kind of, like, covers his eyes, he shields his eyes, and he looks around, and he says, I'm free?
No. Not yet.
Oh. He'll look, like, deflated.
He say this in Orcish.
Oh, he'll look very deflated and very upset. And, like, he'll also kind of, like, straighten up a little bit, like he's, like, gonna be, like, you know, like, inspected or something.
And then we don't have to continue with this right now. We can go back to...
Is there anything more Ava / Liddy / Vesper / Harshnag need to discuss?
I mean, Liddy's gonna take the time and go around to each of the giant beavers and just spend time, like, giving them scratches and pets and kissing their heads as best she can because they are bigger than her.
They will all love it. They will lavish in the attention. And when one gets attention, they'll all kind of swarm around you, kind of, like, nudging you, like, hey, dude, come on now. I want that attention. And it does not matter which one gets it. They will all continue to, like, nudge and, like, kind of, like, bump into you. Like, hey, man, give that to me. And for his part, Harshnag will pick one up and will, like, kind of pat one with, like, one finger, you know, kind of, like, gently.
Aw.
Yeah, I think Ava would just ask Vesper, like, what do the rifts look like?
I'm sure it could allow anything to get through. We don't know specifically which realms? Or is it Feywild specific?
Feywild specific. Currently,
Feywild.
the only realms you've heard of that have been opening up are Feywild portals, kind of all about the place,
Okay.
all about the shop.
Well, we did see one in the sky in Rassalanton. Nothing came out of it, but assuming it will act like a regular portal or rift, anything could go in or come out. And as far as I know, if more and more of these keep popping up around the continent, the world, this whole... what is it? It's the best way to describe this. The separation between the two realms is going to become thinner and thinner and thinner, and if it becomes too thin, it will break completely, which will cause another spell plague. Is that what it was?
Spell plague, sundering, same deal.
Spell plague.
Lots of bad things will happen if things get too close. Bad things happen.
Yes. So basically, that's why we're going to try and find more information about this in Mirabar from someone that was recommended to us, instead of dealing with the giant thing first. Except for this, because this was just a quick thing for us to do. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing now. That's what we were. That's what our plan has been since you've met us.
Ava nods, and then spell plagues are bad.
Yes, they are. So I don't know if we want to do a sweep around here just to make sure there's nothing left, and then get out of here just in case something does come back, or rest here for the night.
It smells gross. But, anywho, while you guys debate whether or not you want to sleep in the gross poop house, this goblin will, he'll kind of, like, continue, like, half flailing, half kind of, like, trying his best to remain still. And Helio, he will not, like, make direct eye contact with you, but he'll keep kind of, like, looking at you, then glancing away, then looking at you, then glancing away.
Leo is going to look at Finch and be like, what do we want to know?
I'm sorry, was all that not you asking him?
Oh. No, I just made him know who wasn't in charge here. Now we gotta ask him the question.
Okay, I'm gonna ritually cast comprehend languages because
Okay.
just to be safe. We are trying to find out about the ordaining, or what they wanted with the tree, live for loss.
I mean, yeah, we know about the ordaining. I think it's just the tree, what they wanted with the tree, and what they planned to do with it.
Yeah.
So you're gonna ask about the
Why
tree?
is it so important?
Yeah?
Okay, all right. So he'll kind of like he'll look at you, and he'll kind of have this big old smile on his face, and it's unusual for a goblin because normally goblin are missing a whole bunch of teeth, but he's got all his teeth, and they're fairly like white too, and it kind of makes you think like whatever this guy's been eating, it hasn't been like chewable food. It's been like you know, like applesauce type food. But you don't know what that could be. But he'll look at you and he'll say, "Most of my kind, we wouldn't know about that. But what makes you think I would know anything about that? I don't know anything."
Insight check.
Yeah, you can insight check him.
I knew something. I'm really bad at them.
Hey, he's definitely lying.
Aww.
Do I
Really?
still have Harshnag's axe in my hand?
Yeah, you do.
Wait, before you all go threatening him, I'm gonna just say now I can charm him. It's
Okay.
just one spell. Just gonna charm person him.
Okay.
Goblins are people.
They are people.
Just gonna like give him a very sweet smile.
He will make a wisdom saving throw for me.
DC 16.
I have to pull up my goblin character sheets, 'cause I don't have that readily available. Actually, let's just roll a d20, because I don't think he gets any, like, major modifiers to wisdom. Please don't be close. He fails. Alright. he'll kind of like, he'll look at you, and like for a second he'll look kind of stubborn, but then he'll just kind of like smile back, and I'll be like, well, I served as, I was Chief Guz, pets? He'll kind of look confused himself, like he doesn't know. I lived on her, in her, between, in, like he'll kind of like be like moving with his hands, like trying to figure out like where, and then he'll kind of like make like a motion, like, you know, he's kind of like not pudgy, but he's got a bit of flab on him. He'll kind of like open like 2 rolls of like flab, and he'll point into like where, and then he'll say like me, I was in there, and then he'll kind of like squeeze them shut, and then he'll like explain his situation to you, in grotesque detail. And once he's done with that, he'll say, I know more than most. Do you want you to know about why she wanted the tree?
Yeah. With her loss.
He'll look and he'll say, well, it was a scary night. I don't remember much about it. It was very scary. But this small woman came in, and it was raining and cold and windy, and she came in and she said something to the queen, and the queen she agreed that to whatever she was planning, and after a second she just vanished in a puff, and she was gone, and the queen, she looked like enamored by the whole thing, and well, she said she needed to have that tree.
Oh. Did she say anything else about the tree? Or its relationship to the gardening?
She said that if they got it, this special woman, whoever she was, she would help them get to the top of the ordning. It'd be her, and they would use that to something with magic. I don't. Big words are hard.
It's okay. Who is this woman?
He'll kind of like in the air, because he's still levitating. He'll like hunch over, and he'll like grab like a cloak or something from the big pile of garbage, and he'll throw it over him, and he'll say like, she was small and crumpled like this, and he'll kind of like shake his hands and kind of look as frail as he possibly can, and she shuffled about like this, and then he'll kind of make like a shuffling motion, but he says, she was very powerful, very strong. Took out at least 3 giants when she was here. Very powerful.
Is this conversation happening in Common or in Goblin?
Common.
Okay.
And can we assume that we're done with our conversation, or is this simultaneous?
I think you guys are done. You guys are all just kind of listening to this goblin go on about frail old ladies walking in and killing giants.
Did they want the tree alive, or would dead have worked?
He'll shrug, like he doesn't know.
Would Liddy... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to ask the goblin, was there any distinct jewelry, skin color, hair color, beauty marks that you could see this woman?
He'll think for a minute, and then he'll point to he'll pick up like a gray piece of like cloth or something, like something that's gray, like maybe like a silver piece, and I'll point to it and I'll say like, this color, she was this color, but like not shiny. He doesn't know the word for gray.
So
but,
no symbols, no shapes, no
he'll shake his head.
Special things that she was wearing.
And he'll follow it up by saying, when I saw her only very briefly, but whenever I saw her, very scary. I couldn't look for too long.
Can I ask just like a knowledge question? Earlier, Queen God had referenced her as the goddess. Do I know anything about giant gods?
Yeah, I would say, even if you... Well, make me a religion check, and Helio, you can make that same check while you're pondering this out loud, but with advantage.
Right. Insight or history?
Religion, history, insight, whatever you want.
I will do.
Oh yeah, you mentioned something about a Grolantor one time.
Yes, I did, and we'll get to that. So,
Okay.
when like you guys start discussing this, so the hill giant goddess is a big fat hill giant, which all hill giant clan matrons try to style themselves after. Called. Give me a second to pull up her name. Give me 1 second to pull up her name. Grolantor. Grolantor. I don't know. Essentially, Grolantor. And it's this big, fat hill giant that kind of, like, is, like, very lavishly fed and, like, huge, just massive beyond all comparison. And, like, every clan mother of a tribe attempts to gain as much food as possible so that they can emulate that god. And, like, hill giant males will go out and bring as much food as they can back to the clan matron in order to kind of, like, help appease their goddess. And when a hill giant gets sick, like you saw outside there, a hill giant is considered, like, a mouth of the goddess, and what they do is they take all the, like, bodily fluids that come out of that thing, and those are all, like, when it's sick, all the bodily fluids that come out of it are like precious, and, like, they either are used as, like, special drinks or, like, like to bathe in or stuff. Very, very, very precious. And anything that it eats is said to go specially to the god itself. So very precious. The, like, sickly hill giants are very precious. And treating them poorly is, in their culture, actually a way of, like, kind of, like, honoring the goddess in a way, essentially, is how I understand it. Like, treating him poorly and getting him to, like, be more sick is, like, getting more of, like, the goddess's blessing, essentially. But, to wrap all that up, a frail old lady would not be, at least in your guys' summation, a form that the hill giant goddess would take.
And he said that he couldn't look at her, right?
Yes, he'll express to you very clearly that he could not, for the life of him, look at her for too long.
I have an idea, but I don't know if Helia would know.
Well, you can say your idea, and I'll tell you if Helia would know.
I'm starting to think the lady was a hag.
Okay.
I was thinking the exact same thing, and I wanted to say something, but I also was like, should I?
Yeah, that's how I was. I was like, I don't want to, like, because I don't know if Helia would make that connection or not.
I think you could make that connection. Especially Vesper could definitely make that connection.
But does she sound recognizable? Like, does she sound like she looks like her? I don't think we ever really put our finger on what she looks like.
All hags look fairly, like, similar. Like you would have to hear more. You'd have to hear more details than just gray skin, frail old lady. Then, like, you'd have to hear more details for you to determine, what you're dealing with here.
Exactly what hag?
Yeah, what hag? Yeah, like, currently it could just be any old hag off the street, but you don't know.
Because I think there's a specific hag that has the ability to. She's extremely hideous, and she has an ability that makes you unable to withstand her presence. Yeah, it's like, I don't know if it's the sea hag or I don't know. One of them. I
would say that forms. You would definitely know that is an inherent ability of very, like, powerful hags. Powerful enough hags just have the inherent ability to make, like, lesser-minded creatures, like, completely unable to look at them.
Okay.
Do all hags, or is there, like, do they all have, does each different type of hag have different, like, features, like skin color and stuff like that?
Each different type of hag does have different, like, features, but hags, I'll have to write up about it eventually, because hags kind of have, like, a similar, like, as hags age, they kind of all converge towards like a just kind of vision of hagginess that is kind of like you could still tell like what hag they were back in their haggy heyday, but you'd have to kind of have like a clear, like more than gray skin frail old lady. You'd have to know more than that.
Okay. I'm gonna make eye contact with Helio, catch his eye line, and just be like, remember our conversation not so long ago?
Helio doesn't. I don't think he knows. Like, I think he knows that. Yeah. Never mind. Words.
The goblin, for his part, will look very confused. Like, you guys are all saying, like, you're speaking in tongues around this guy, and he's, like, looking back and forth, like, trying to puzzle it out, and he's, like, you can see he's very confused. He's trying, but he's very confused.
Yeah, I don't know if these questions will turn out anything, but then I'll ask the goblin just to be sure. Did she leave any way for your queen to contact her?
He'll kind of like scratch his head, and he'll say, on the way to the temple, when I was instructed, I was put in charge of the mission. I was going to take the tree when they got there. I was going to take it deep into the forest. I don't know what forest, but they said the forest. I was going to take it with a bunch of hill giants into the forest, and they were going to meet there. But I don't know what forest.
Do I know if there's any, like, one specific forest in the north, or is there just, like, enough that you would not be able to tell?
Hey, let's pull up the map.
There, isn't it? Because that's where Helio came out from.
Well, skidaloo, skidalee. Let's draw a little line here. If you're going up from Gridhound, bada bada bee, the first forest you would come across on your way to the Eye of the Allfather would be the Lurkwood.
Motherfucker.
What do we know about the Larkwood?
You know that the Lurkwood is not a pleasant place, and my Feywild folks among us would know that I have to finish my Feywild map eventually and get it out to my Feywild friends, but you would know that is like the Lurkwood in the Feywild is the center of like a very ancient battle to fight back some ancient evil of which you guys are uncertain.
Would it have been the Lurkwood? And he's just watching for a sign of recognition in the goblin's eyes.
The goblin will kind of like shrug, doesn't know. He'll just keep insisting the forest, the forest, the forest.
Okay, and then final question: when she disappeared in that puff, did she leave anything behind? Was the air different?
He'll think, and he'll say, well, it was very cold, very, very cold, and bugs. There were bugs everywhere. It was nasty, more nasty than usual. And then he'll kind of like you'll see he like quickly like says a little prayer under his breath. And then he goes back to what he's saying. And then he finally says like it bugs and cold and just this feeling of death fell like fell behind the whole room. It was nasty. I hated it.
How will absent-mindedly put a hand on the goblin's shoulder in comfort?
He'll look like a little bit scared at first, like he'll jump away from it for a second, but then he'll kind of like realize it's not like a threatening thing, and he'll kind of just be like on edge, but not like less on edge than before. Just by kind of touching him, you kind of can feel that the flying thing is not his forte. He's not exactly enjoying the whole like being like a couple feet off the ground. That's not really his deal.
I don't think Ava would know anything about hags, but for the other two, do those additional little details mean anything about determining its type?
Me? Yes. For Helio.
For Vesper, yes, but I ain't saying shit.
Is there one of those things that you just like, when you know about it, you just don't talk about it?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna keep that under wraps for later.
Okay.
When we're not here.
All right. The only other thing I'll have is all my Fae friends, Druid friends, anybody that like nature friends, all my nature friends, make me Arcana or nature checks.
Wait, I have inspiration. 3, so 12.
Liddy and Helio. You guys both as you guys are kind of like wrapping up. You guys kind of have all the details you're looking for, correct? You guys are all kind of like wrapping up, getting ready to let this guy go.
Mm-hmm.
The second you guys are starting to like wrap up, you'll kind of hear like the sound of a raven like off in the distance, like a raven's kind of crowing, and then like just a cold gust of wind will blow through this house, and then that's it. It just feels a bit out of the ordinary, like because like you were feeling the wind earlier, and the wind was kind of going like in this direction, and the fact that it kind of like picked up and went through the house is a little weird. But other than that,
I immediately snuggle up to a beaver.
the beavers are very warm, very very warm beavers.
I think I'm more suspicious about how high I rolled, and that's all
All right, what will you do with this poor goblin? He is currently levitating in the air.
Helio's inching it towards the hole.
Alpha is pulling it like out of Helio's hands. Just every little inch is going.
No, we are not killing the goblin.
You gave us what we wanted. Why not just... Finch, is he still technically charmed? How long does that last?
Should last an hour.
Is it possible to try and charm him and promise him, if we let him go, not to tell anybody about what happened? Do you think that works? Is that how charm works? Or
he will know when the spell ends that he has been charmed. So if you want me to try and persuade him, it would probably be best to do so afterwards.
Okay. Because if we do let him go, since he did give us information, I feel like that would be the most humane thing to do, but then I don't want him to go telling people about us and what happened.
I might have an idea. You said his teeth were pretty clean?
Yeah, he's got clean teeth.
Alright, I'm just gonna pull a dagger out.
Okay.
Just very delicately carve an X onto one of his bigger teeth.
Okay.
Then drop the charm spell.
Okay. He'll kind of just look around, like he'll look a little bit like he's kind of like lightheaded for a second. Is he still floating?
Yes.
Yes, he's still floating.
Unless, I think Ava, or who said that they were pulling him away from Helio?
Alpha's not like pulling him out of Helio's hands. It's just kind of like every inch forward is another inch back, so he's just being rocked.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, he'll kind of like look around a little bit, like he'll look a little lightheaded, but he won't initially say anything. He'll just kind of look a little bit like confused.
Hi, buddy. You remember how I carved something on your tooth there?
He'll
That's a
nod.
curse.
He'll like look very wide-eyed, and will like immediately like look like he won't say it, but he'll look like, how long do I have kind of look, like he's about to
No,
ask.
you're fine for now. I just need you to know, the second you tell anyone about us, it will kill you. Very violently. Turn you to ooze, insides on the outside's unpleasant business.
He'll nod very, very enthusiastically.
And if anyone asks, You guys were attacked by some adventurers. You didn't get a good look, you just ran.
He'll
You're
nod
lucky
again.
to be alive.
He'll gesture towards the door. Can I take a boat? Can I take a boat to leave?
Oh yeah, of course. We don't want to hurt you. We
He'll
just don't want you to hurt us.
he'll smile, and then he'll point towards the pile, and he'll say like, can I have some money too?
Don't be too greedy, but take a coin or two.
He'll take 3 silver pieces, and he'll shove them in like a pocket, and he will, like, as soon as he stops floating, he will start like clawing along the ground, running away. Goodbye,
He'll
Skirt.
Put him down.
He will leave.
So we get out of here and start heading north, yeah?
Do we want to take one last look around, just to make sure we didn't miss anything? I don't know if that's part of the looting, that we looked around everywhere.
I'll say, you guys, everything that's important, I will distribute. I will disseminate all the important things that, for the life, God, you just reminded me of it. I cannot believe I lost that. I don't know where I put it. It's
Sorry.
insane. Oh, that's so frustrating. I hate that I lost that. Okay, I can look for it later. Okay. Yes. You guys kind of get like one final like swoop of the place. Everything looks good. And Harshnag is kind of just like anxiously waiting by the doorway, kind of like getting ready to leave.
Oh, Liddy will free all the rest of the sheep before they leave,
Ah,
and if there are any pigs left.
okay. Hey, when you go down, give me a moment. Slow
Okay.
down. Slow your
I just
roll.
remembered.
Slow your roll. We're gonna take you guys down here. Oh, Jack is still on this map. Goodbye, Jack. Don't pretend these caves are gone. These caves don't exist anymore. And none of these guys exist either. And only really about 1 or 2 pens of these sheep exist. Liddy, when you go down, is anybody following Liddy to let the sheep out of there? Who let the sheep out?
Nah.
Finch will.
Yeah,
Finch will
I'll
come.
go help too.
Okay.
Beavers are coming.
Oh, the beavers. Yeah, that's right. Let me get the beavers.
It's a wooden fence. I need their teeth.
The boy band of beavers.
Yes.
Alright, let me get all the beavers. I think that there might be 2 Liddies on this map for a moment when I paste all these beavers down. Alright. Yes, there are 2 Liddies. Okay. All the beavers are here. Is anybody on this map that shouldn't be, or is anybody on this map that does not want to be, or does opposite way around? Anybody that wants to be on this map that's not on this map? Going once, going twice. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay. Alright. Actually, I don't have this token prepared, so give me 1 second. I have to put this token. I have it on my desktop. It's not in the game.
Did you
Finch
name
are
all
just
your
the army of
beavers, Liddy?
beavers.
Liddy is like riding on top of the one in front.
You should give them all names. How long do they last?
They last for an hour, so probably not for too much longer.
Oh, I know.
Give them all wood names. This is apple. This is maple. This is ash. This is willow.
This is oak.
This is poplar. And this is alder.
Aha, okay.
Why do I know that so quickly? My town has a lot of tree names for streets.
Nice.
My town uses colors for some reason.
What?
We've got White Street, Green Street, Brown Street. Those are the only ones that I know off the top of my head. But
Okay. Alright. Let's rearrange the beavers. Alright. So, as you guys are working on freeing the rest of your furry friends, a handsome kind of stranger will kind of mosey on up. And he's wearing like a straw hat, and he's got like a little flute that he's playing, and when he plays the flute, like all the sheep kind of come over and kind of look at him, and they kind of like, you know, bah, oh, I like that flute, they'll say, in sheep. And he'll kind of come up and he'll stop right about here as he sees you guys trying to free him. And he'll say, like, howdy, partners. Hey, did you guys happen to see my paw anywhere?
Does he look like the dude I released from the bonds of the goblins?
No.
Okay. Then no.
He'll like begin describing the guy that you were just mentioning. He'll say, like, he's a smaller guy, you know, he looks like, you know, kind of a beard, kind of scraggly looking, you know. Yep. He'll describe the exact guy you were just mentioning.
Last I saw him, he was headed down here because I know he wanted sheep, but I don't see him.
He'll nod and he'll say, "Yeah, that's my paw. He's always real intense about those sheep. But hey, he's also a bit of a spoil sport, a bit hostile, I think. But regardless, he took me in. He took me in when I was young. And I've been helping him on his farm ever since. And if you could do me such a huge favor, could you get us some of those sheep and bring them back to our farm?"
And where is your farm?
His farm, he will say, is right on the outskirts of Womford.
I mean, might as well.
He'll kind of like, he'll smile and say, like, "Oh, please, I beg of you. It would make the farm, it would make our farm a lot bigger. Currently, we've only got." Okay.
I don't like this guy.
Wait, what
Yeah.
was the name of that town? Longford?
Womford, right over here.
Can I also insight check?
Yes, you can.
This man has suspicious energy.
I don't like his vibes.
You'll look at him and
We have to go back.
he's telling you guys. I mean, he seems like he's telling the truth. Either that, or he's a really good liar.
What are you hiding from us?
You know, his father really wanted sheep because apparently they would get him a lot of money. So, I mean, if these sheep are going to be used to somebody, I mean, does it really matter who we give it to or help?
I don't really know why you'd need our help. They seem to like that music you were playing.
He's like, "Well, yeah, they do, but I just need somebody to help. I mean, like, you know, the roads are dangerous, and I mean, this whole operation here seems like it got right foiled by you guys, and that makes me think that there's going to be some stragglers roaming the roads, and you know, I don't think.
We get out of it?
He'll scratch his head and he'll say, "I can give you my lucky hat."
Deal.
He'll kind of like frisbee toss you the hat, and he will reach into his bag and pull out a near identical hat, fix it to his head, and he'll say,
Pretty
"Just
sure Finch is part Fae."
now, don't go calling any plot twists all of a sudden." Anyways,
She's a
Can
goblin.
I just say, I love how utterly unfazed this guy is by 7 giant beavers, who are probably just gnawing on the fences of these sheep pens.
yeah, he'll just treat that as completely normal.
Yep.
And he will once some of the sheep are free, he'll insist that he only needs this small group. He says that their farm is too small to handle this big group of sheep. That they should just be free to go wherever they want. He only wants a small group of sheep.
Alva is going to like furrow his brows a little bit. Do you have more hats for the rest of us?
He'll reach into his bag, and after a moment, he'll pull out another hat. This one very similar looking, but it does have like a small little red ribbon around it instead of like the standard hat. And he'll again frisbee toss it to you, and he'll say like, "I've only got he'll look inside. I've only got 2 more, so and I don't know if your small friend could fit in one of these. I could make him a smaller one."
I don't need a hat. I'm good.
I would like a regular size hat. Thank you.
He will give you a regular sized hat.
You have another one with a ribbon on it? That's real pretty.
He'll take out a regular hat, and then he'll pull out a ribbon from his bag, a blue ribbon, and he'll tie it around it, give it a nice little bow, and he'll toss it to you.
I put it on my head.
Yeah, Ava also dons the hat.
Okay. And
Helio just wanted it. He puts it in his bag.
and he will gesture to the road, and he'll say, I promise, my farm's not even a half day's march. We'll get there before you even know it.
Well, I say, if we're going to do this, we better go now, because we're supposed to be heading in the opposite direction.
He's like, I know a shortcut. We'll be there. I promise you, by the end of tomorrow, we'll be there.
I want to insight check, but my insight's not that great.
You can insight check him anyways.
Okay.
Can Finch also insight check because she does not like this
that's
man?
intimidation. Why'd I click that?
Intimidation. I have to do him another roll here really quick to see if he can...
Ava was pacified by the hat. He's no longer suspicious.
Helio wants to know.
Finch likes the hat. She just doesn't trust him.
Ooh.
Oh.
Give me 1 second. I'll say that you all, like, anybody that insight checks this, you know that he's exaggerating the time a little bit. You know that it would take more than half a day to get there. Like, it would take a little bit. It would take maybe like 3/4 to a whole day. Like, he's definitely exaggerating the time. But you can't seem to make anything else out of that. Well, I guess, Helio, I would say, no, you don't get anything. You're good.
Where's Harshnag?
Harshnag's just kind of standing up on top of the hill watching this go down. I'll bring him down here. Give me a second. Come hither, Harshnag. Harshnag. Horse.
Did we have a reaction to Harshnag?
I think he'll initially be like, "Oh, who's your giant friend?" And he'll kind of like he'll look a little bit like concerned, as though he's going to be smashed. But after he's assured that he will not be smashed, he'll go along with it.
Can I walk up to the dude?
Yeah.
Where's my mouse?
I can move you for you.
Yeah. I want to eye level him for a second.
Okay.
And then can I boop him on the nose?
Yeah.
Is he real?
He's definitely real.
Is it a real nose?
There's flesh there. There's definitely flesh that you're touching.
Can I boop him on the shoulder?
Yeah.
Just want to make sure it's not an illusion.
I'm dumb. I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Okay.
On this guy, I would say
and on the hat.
On the hat,
It's an area effect.
The hat's definitely non-magical. The hat seems mundane. The hat is mundane. Although if made with love is a magical property, then I guess that's one of them. But besides that, no. The hat seems fairly mundane. However, the guy, he has like a kind of like almost like when you cast Detect Magic on Finch, you kind of get like like the kind of like crazy bard magic that Finch has, but you also kind of get like just this like aura of like confidence and like charm a little bit. Like Finch kind of like has this like charming aura about her that you would pick up with Detect Magic, because
I have a question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
Does Finch walk over to the guy when this happens?
Slightly. Yeah.
Alright. I just, like, how far do you... Okay. I'm just wondering.
Okay. But yeah, like, you look at Finch and you look back at this guy, and they have, like, similar kind of, like, aura. Like, Finch's confidence and charisma is, like, so high that, like, it propels her forward with a kind of, like, magical, almost, like, charismatic energy. And this guy has that same kind of vibe.
He's a bard.
Do not steal his flute, Finch.
I want to steal his flute.
I know you have sticky fingers for instruments, but you can't steal everyone's instrument.
I'll trade him something. I can trade him the bagpipes. No, like you can't have my instruments. I like those. He's not touching them. I'll give him one of Bruiser's eggs.
Well, if you can persuade him to do that, just don't steal it.
So
That's a nice flute you got there.
He'll look at it and he'll say like, "Oh, I've had it for ages. I've had it for ages. It's
When I cast detect magic, do I get anything from the flute?
no flute, purely mundane."
Still taking it, but
He'll kind of like hold it out to you, and he'll even let you hold it. It's just a kind of plain wooden flute. The craftsmanship on it is good. It's well carved. And there's little images of sheep and other farm animals kind of like bounding along the sides of it. Each carved in somewhat crudely, but good enough that they're like recognizable. And he eventually kind of like, puts it back, he takes it back from you, and he says like, yeah, my pa, he made that for me. Or at least he says he made it. He's not a very good woodsmith, so I think he bought it somewhere, but it's neither here nor there. It's the thought that counts.
okay.
Nice.
So when everybody walks over there, Helio is gonna turn to Ava and be like, Ava, I see you can do some of the naturey magic thing. This is true, right? Yes.
Mostly, yes.
Can you do the little crafty of the druids? And he's gonna like wiggle his fingers and create like a little like raining flower petals.
Yeah. Ava will actually the necklace he wears is kind of like braided wood. And if I'm allowed to flavor it like this, I'd like to say he cast Druidcraft on it to make a little leaf sprout.
Works for me.
Yes. Excellent. Would you mind doing me a favor?
What is it?
He's gonna dig through his bag and he's gonna pull out a bean.
Oh God. Oh no.
no.
He's gonna whisper, do you think you could cast that on this when I go put it over there?
No.
How?
We didn't tell Ava about the beans. We only told Liddy.
You also only told Helio not to do it. You didn't say anything about anybody else doing it.
How far away did Helio point?
About right here. This rock.
Okay, he'll nod. What kind of plant is it? I haven't seen a bean like this before.
They're special. I got them as a gift.
Ava will, like, he doesn't quite know what he's doing, but he will bite it like pirates in movies trying to determine quality of gold. Not hard, but just like to see what happens.
Roll me a 1d4. That's how many beans. You guys have 4 beans left, right? Just so I'm aware.
I currently am in position of 4 beans, and Helio has 2?
2.
He has
Yeah.
2 beans. Okay.
One I
And then
gave,
Roll
and
me a
one
1d6 then. Roll me a 1d6 because that's how many beans we have left, and I want to make sure. Okay. Let me pull up my bean table here. I did not have that pulled up for this session.
Please don't cause another rift in the realm.
You bite into it, and what's weird is that it kind of like it lets out almost like a little bit of a noise, like a little bit of like a kind of like kind of noise.
Uh-oh. Like it's living or like air is deflating?
Like it's alive.
I don't think this is a bean.
Yeah, it's totally a bean. We have a bunch of them.
That's not what beans do when you bite them. And he will hand it to Helio. Like, see? Bite it.
Helio, take it back. No, it's a magic bean. From the Feywild, where I'm from. It's a special bean.
Roll me. Can Helio roll me a persuasion?
Helio's really bad at persuading. But sure. Okay, let's see. Yeah. I love it.
This is the greatest.
Let me just real quick.
I love this.
To be honest, nothing he has said is a lie.
I'll be honest, part of the check is if Alpha was too swept up in any kind of charisma, he might have cast Druidcraft while holding the bean here.
Oh, hey, let me describe. I'll describe the bean for you before you do anything with it. I'd say it's a bright red bean, bright red, and it has these kind of like leaf-like protrusions on the bottom that are kind of like white a little bit, like a small little white sprout on the bottom.
Ava is going to try petting the bean to see if it moves or makes noise.
Oh gosh.
It won't react to being touched. It will just kind of, be a bean.
Oh, what do you say? Are you in?
I can try, but I don't think Druidcraft will work on a living creature.
Trust me, it'll work.
Ava will not.
Helio's gonna fly over 30 feet away and put it down, and then fly back.
Okay.
Ava will walk up to the bean.
Okay.
And,
Wait, Helio's gonna be like, wait. You shouldn't have to be that close.
Hey, Helio, before you do it, do you want to just quickly make me it's already been set in stone, but just so you know what this thing's gonna do, like a second before it happens, do you want to make me an Arcana check or a Nature check?
I will go with Nature. 25.
Hey, so you may or may not have heard of red caps, right? Your character definitely would have heard of red caps.
Yeah.
And red caps, in case you didn't know, red caps are these small, tiny little, gnome-like creatures with big old sickles and red hats, and they're murderous little buggers from the Feywild. Murderous little, gnome-like creatures, and they come in the dozens. And they kind of just swarm things until they're dead, and do various evil things with them. And man, this bean, something about it, man. Maybe it's just the light you're holding it in, the fact that it looks like a red cap. Something about it, just, man, it really makes you think that there's going to be a lot of red caps that spawn when you put that bean down. And
Okay.
I would say you realize that with that timing a little too late, and I think we'll call it there because I have to prepare my red cap stat sheet.
Nobody has spell slots.
I have 2. I have a lot. I did not do much,
1.
except for the beavers.
I have 1.
I'm sorry. I didn't
We also
expect
have a lot
that.
of beavers now.
It's okay, Ava bit them to assert dominance.
We just finished combat. That took us 2 sessions.
Well, now you have a whole nother combat to go through.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Learn your lesson.
Loopholes.
That's the thing. I think you're sorry, but I don't think Helio is.
These beavers. Can beavers punt red caps?
They can bite them.
They can bite
Apparently
them.
they don't like being bitten, so...
Now, how many red caps do you think are going to come out of that?
Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, let me do some quick maths on that. Let me do some quick maths. Because I haven't actually... I made this sheet when you guys were lower level, so I haven't actually scaled it up to...
We could have had red caps go loose in Rasalantar.
You could have. You could have. Yeah, I haven't scaled this to your guys' current level, so I have to do some quick maths before I give you like a proper number on it. I would say tentatively 15.
Oh my god.
Now did the fight do
Hell.
Tentatively 15, and you'll see why it's going to be 15. There's a reason behind it. Don't worry. It all will be
Harshnag
explained.
can step on about 5 at a time.
So yeah, Harshnag is here.
Harshnag is there. But yeah, about 15, give or take.
Holy cow.
Okay.
They better be like goblins and just have like 8 health and just squash all of them.
Oh, they don't.
Oh no, Helio, what have you done?
He kills us all.
He's gonna kill all these red caps are probably gonna kill all the sheep too.
Probably.
On the flip side, we can find out if the suspicious bard is hiding fighting skills.
That's very true.
I was going to say that it is your one bright side. Man, I was ready for you guys to go with our mysterious bard friend. But
I wanted to go with the bard friend. Now we're going to die.
And
Yeah.
so our story has halted for another day to fight red.
I'm so sorry. I just
Helio
feel
is
like...
about to learn bean privileges once we get this. Anybody got hold person, hold fairy? Let's
old fairy.
Oh, fair.
I think you could just do that.
Yeah, you can just
called
hold
a hand.
fairy.
we need to hold Helio down and I need to take that last bean from him.
Alpha's just dumb and easy to sucker.
You had one job!
One job. I'm just saying, if the blame is to be put anywhere, Vesper told Helio not to do. I'm just...
You're making me regret you coming back to the group, Helio. This better not have been the bean that I gave him, though, because if it was, man, that would really suck.
I think they're all the beans you gave him. I don't think he had... I think...
I
'cause
gave
he
you
used
one
the
bean.
one. Yeah.
The one bean you stole, one bean I gave you. Where'd you get the
Ah.
other one? Did you steal that one too?
I don't remember. I remember...
The magical
No.
tattoo guy gave it.
No,
thing.
the one... Helio only has this bean, because the other bean he gave to Harshnag. Or not Harshnag, Liverlost. Yeah, so
You gave a bean to
the tree.
Liverlost?
Remember the tree? We
Right.
gave one
The
to-
tree does
yeah.
have a bean. The tree definitely has a bean.
Oh, so that is the bean I gave you.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Vesper, why would you give Helio a bean?
I told him to
That's what
use
Finch
it
said.
wisely. He promised he wouldn't use it willy-nilly, but I guess... I think I understand Jack's feelings on Helio now.
Actually, I guess I will give you,
Aw.
because I'm kind of mapping out how I want this encounter to play out, I will give you a brief intro to the encounter before I think we all take off. I will say that these two cave entrances, instead of looking in, if you looked into them right now, you just see rubble, right? You just kind of look in there and there's just kind of rubble, wood, kind of, that will be replaced by what seems to be like both of them will be replaced by what seem to be endless caves full of like darkness. Towards the very back, you can see some faint glimmerings of like green and blue lights. Not very sure, but just as you think everything's gonna go fine, a small little flower with a red kind of like hat-looking thing will sprout out of the ground, and it will smell strongly of blood. And you'll just kind of hear like a whole bunch of like screaming going like and then your guys are going to be rolling initiative next week.
This is just for flavor. I know it's not going to do anything, but since Helio told Ava too late to stand back, I think Ava just looks at it, frowns, shakes his head, that's not a plant, and tries to push it back into the ground.
Yeah.
Well, now there's a small flower, and copious amounts of red caps coming your way, which will be fun. I'm sure you guys will have a great time dealing with that next week.
I'm going to have a whole nother session of just thinking in my breath.
But that's it. That's all from me. That's it from me, gamers. You have survived Grudhaug. You guys are being steered towards a brief side quest, and I guess you'll also be dealing with a whole bunch of red caps next session.
Did I have, before we left the throne room, given Harshnag his axe back and take my maul back?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I assume that's
Just
kind
so
of like...
that he has it, because he's like right there. Cool. Well.
Oh, just the pure defeatedness in that, like, alright.
Good night to all. Blame Helio for all of this. We level up.
Too much combat. You might as well just gain a level for all this combat.
Actually, you might, because the thing was, I was gonna... I don't know if I'll have you guys level up. What level are you guys? 7?
Do it. 7.
Let me check the book before I say anything. Before I like commit to saying yes. Let's see.
Would just like to point out Helio is on HP.
Is on how much HP?
8.
Oh,
8 HP.
I have 2 more potions, dude.
I still have 10 of the 12 temp HP from Finch's speech earlier.
Wow, you only got hit with 1 hit point?
I lost 2 from jumping on a table.
Oh, wow.
Can upon seeing this happen, can Helio just be like pop his health potion like an energy drink and be like, let's do this, and throw it backwards?
Just jump on top of one of the beavers.
We ride at dawn.
Right through it.
I'll say you don't get a level up yet. No level up just yet. No level up just yet.
Well, crack knuckles. We'll do this next week.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, start dreaming up your red cap based strategies, gang.
Oh man.
Good night
I've never
to
actually
all.
gone against any of them in game, so I don't know what's gonna. Alright.
Bye, everybody.
Charlie, could we figure out my character sheet?
Oh yeah, hey, let me do that.